All right, you guys ready to go here? All right. Um, well, you guys know me. In typical Ben Cummings style, we have a jam-packed webinar here, and let's get rolling, shall we? All right. So, um, as you guys know, you're on the Amazon Fast Track Coaching call here for the month of October. By the way, can you believe it's freaking October already? I mean, what happened to summer? Good God, I blinked and it was over, right? So anyway, quick question for you guys. Do you want a marketing tactic that generates lots of referrals where customers encourage their friends and family to buy your product? And do you want to see inside a very successful e-commerce marketing funnel that I purchased through? I played prospect, and I'm going to rip it apart for you and expose it so we can model it for our own e-commerce business. Would you like to see that? I'm assuming yes. And do you want to learn a simple, inexpensive tactic we can all use on our Shopify sites or our landing pages? I mean, it's not restricted to Shopify. I'm just going to use Shopify as kind of the universal term to mean your own e-commerce website, whatever platform that may be. It could just be very simple WordPress site, could be Shopify, could be BigCommerce, whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying. I'm going to show you a tactic that can increase sales by 211%, and that's not a made-up number. That's based on an actual study. So, good news, as you guys know, that tease was to basically say that on this month's Fast Track webinar, you're going to learn all this great stuff from me, plus a whole lot more actually. So the high-level tactics that we'll be getting into are the Rainmaker series. Now, I have touched on the Rainmaker series, not every month, but on average about every other month now. These are free and low-cost marketing strategies and ideas that you can use to increase your sales. The idea being that, and I'll show you the chart again, but you're going to work on these sorts of activities on your weekly Rainmaker day. The Shopify Secret Series, I alluded to this last month that I was going to start this, and this is where we're going to start it. I'm going to show you some freaking ninja stuff. I've been trying to master Shopify and figure out what is the 20% of the things that will bring in 80% of the results on Shopify. Just like I applied that discipline on Amazon and ranking and getting reviews, we're applying it to Shopify's methods and tactics now. So this is going to be my first official installment of my Shopify Secret Series, how to crush it by selling lots of products on your own e-commerce store. I have a specific tactic that is killer. I'm going to get into an introduction, not a specific strategy, but a high-level view with lots of links and stuff to consider under the topic of expanding. So we all have these products that we're developing, right? And once you kind of go through the pain to develop these products, we tend to only put them on Amazon. And at most, we tend to only put them on Amazon, maybe our own e-commerce store, and that's it. But there is I almost said a non-family friendly word, a boatload of traffic out there that is easy traffic that is sitting there like a sitting duck, simply by putting that product onto these other marketplaces and listing them in these shopping engines and deal sites and even other niche e-commerce sites. Like if you have a pet product and you're only on Amazon, well, why not attempt to get that product also on PetSmart.com and all those related sites? There's a whole other world outside of Amazon, right? That true. Look, Amazon is easy to bash, right? Because like initially when you buy ASM, you're like, Amazon's the best ever. And then, when you get into it a little bit, you're like, well, yeah, Amazon has its flaws like every other company and business model and blah, 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 blah. But let's just be blunt. Amazon is freaking amazing. All of our launch processes are still predicated on Amazon because it is the single best place to launch a product. But outside of that, there is a lot of other traffic to be gotten simply by listing your product on these other sites, okay? E-com marketing funnels, e-commerce marketing funnels. I didn't realize it, but really I can pinpoint much of my success to very early on and then throughout my entire Amazon journey is to building marketing funnels that have been extremely profitable and successful and oftentimes very simple. I'm going to get into why the future of the physical products business is the effective use and deployment and the tweaking and the study and the building of e-commerce funnels, and why I am leading the charge in this exciting field. And I'm going to kind of coin a phrase. Why, I think that you're only one good funnel away from another $1 million in your business. One good marketing funnel that you test, you tweak. And I'm not saying it's easy, but once you get that nailed down, that one marketing funnel, aka a marketing asset, can be worth easily $1 million a year to you. I'm talking gross sales, easily, and I'm not trying to sound hypey. I'm talking easily $1 million. So, imagine if you then spent time, effort, and energy to develop another $1 million funnel, and then another $1 million funnel. And once you're at that stage, you don't really give a crap what happens with Amazon. Amazon is a wonderful marketplace channel, but it's one of multiple channels, and frankly, all these channels are wonderful, but the best channel of all will become your own platform. You're driving all this traffic through your multiple marketing funnels. And then within the funnel, once they become a customer, our back-end funnels, we call that funnel stacking. So, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to get into with e-com marketing funnels that will really blow your mind, I think. So I want to talk about our success story of the month. You might remember Ishan from last month, okay? Ishan Soni. He just reported that he hit $100,000 a month in his Amazon business. Woohoo! Good job, Ishan. That's freaking awesome. Not bad for a kid age 20. By the way, he's schooling a lot of you guys out there that have quote-unquote more experience, right? He's nailing it at age 20. He's a long-time fast-track coaching student of mine. He's also part of our 25K collective mastermind group, which, by the way, we're meeting again next week in Vegas. The kid's crushing it. He implements everything that I teach. He's a doer. He's involved. He's engaged, and it's paid off. And those of you that are watching my Periscope show, I'm now doing a daily or every other day Periscope show. Just so you know, Periscope is a new app. It's a company bought by Twitter. It basically lets me do live, short, videos. The reason I love it is because, I've always wanted to do some ongoing kind of connection in between our fast track calls, but who's got the time? I don't have time to do a traditional video web show, edit it, upload it, blah, 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 the 19 million pain in the ass steps. So I simply didn't do it. This now allows me to just fire up my iPhone, and you guys, get to see what's on my mind that day, what I'm working on. And what's really cool about it is that you have to consume the content within 24 hours. So I keep it to about 10 to 12 minutes, and I mean, everyone can invest 10 to 12 minutes in their business, right? If not, God bless you. But it makes you consume the content. So even if I could, and there's no easy way to do it, but even if I could provide a catalog of all the back episodes, it's stupid to do so, because this makes you become more disciplined. It's kind of very Darwinian, right? Where, like, look, you will kind of demonstrate how much you want success by watching my Periscope show every day for 10 minutes. It acts as a good kick in the ass, a good motivator, and you don't feel so alone in this business, right? But anyway, so Ishan Soni was on, did a guest segment last month on a fast track call. And he taught something absolutely killer. One of his secrets behind how he's able to hit 100,000 a month, right? So if you just haven't had a chance to watch that replay, get your ass, to the membership site and watch that freaking replay. I mean, the guy's crushing it. Great job, Soni. All right. Got a lot of stuff to share with you today. I'm going to jam through this. The Share and Win Marketing Funnel, the e-com Marketing Funnel Secrets Intro, a new product selection tool that will blow your mind. The one thing we can do that can increase product sales 211% on your Shopify store and or whatever e-commerce marketing funnel you're working in. We're going to do a high-level intro on expanding into other marketplaces, what they are, what they look like, and shopping engines, and what the heck the differences are between the two. And we're going to then end with the #1 most profitable Facebook advertising trick you can ever use, especially during the holidays, okay? So without further ado, what do you say? We get to it. All right. So the Rainmaker series This is the share and win marketing funnel. Let's get right to it. First of all, what is a Rainmaker Day? Guys, let me just see if I can reduce the size of this thumbnail here. Oh, let's see. We're going to do single page. There we go. Well, a little bit better, right? I'm actually doing this on my laptop from home because my main computer that has a much larger screen, it wouldn't open up my Keynote file because it said, oh, sorry, you have to update the operating system. And so anyway, sorry about that. But so we're going to have to deal with the smaller screen on my laptop, but we'll get through this. So what's a Rainmaker Day? Well, I teach about the Rainmaker Day repeatedly. I'm going to give you the 1 minute high-level view of what I'm talking about. As an entrepreneur, we do not want to manage our time with a time management system that is actually entirely predicated on the Industrial Revolution, when people started working in factory shifts. So, you might wonder, how the hell did they come up with this, hey, work Monday through Friday, start work at 8 a.m. and end at 5 p.m.? I mean, who came up with that? Well, it came about because of factory work during the Industrial Revolution. That's great if you're working the floor of a factory. It's not great, and it doesn't support the entrepreneurial lifestyle. So instead, we say, and I learned this from a guy named Dan Sullivan, who just his insights in this are brilliant, but he would say, look, instead of that, divvy up your 7-day work week into just 3 types of days. Scrap the Monday through Friday 9 to 5 crap. That doesn't apply to us. But take your 7-day work week and divide it up to 3 types of days. First most important type of day is a free day. Free day is a 24-hour day, completely unplugged from email, from everything. Except maybe my Periscope show. Okay, no, just joking. I should actually take my own advice on that, because I've been doing a Periscope show every freaking day starting last Friday. But anyway, you do want to start with a Rainmaker Day, because a Rainmaker Day is where you rejuvenate. And we found without 2 back-to-back free days, and this is something I taught for over 20 years to my chiropractors, without that rejuvenation, you are way less creative. Small problems seem like big problems. You're very unpleasant to be around if you have staff, yada, yada, yada. You've got to take 2 full free days. The second most important type of day is a Rainmaker Day. At a minimum, you want 1 dedicated day per week where all you do is focus on business building, marketing, and promotional activities. Call it a Rainmaker Day. Again, this is a 24-hour day. You're not allowed to bleed the different types of days into each other. This is where you hide at Starbucks, tell the spouse, sorry, I love you, honey, but I'm not doing your honey-do list today. Turn off the phone, tell staff that you, whatever, going off the deep end and can't be reached no matter what. You don't care what's happening. I used to tell the staff, hey, if the office catches on fire, don't call me. Call the fire department. What am I going to do? But I need to be alone, because this is the type of day where we're generating all the value in our business. So it's called a Rainmaker Day. And the third type of day is simply called a Detail Day. This is where you work on the other non-money generating activities in your business, all the Amazon inventory reordering, dealing with Seller Central, tweaking listings, yada, yada, yada. All right, with me? So that's what a Rainmaker Day is. Now, what do you tackle during a Rainmaker Days? Everything that falls under the umbrella, I guess, pun intended, Rainmaker Day, umbrella, get it, boom, boom, everything that falls under the umbrella of business building, sales generating, marketing, promotional type of activities. Now, don't overthink this. I'm not going to give you a list of what that means exactly. You trust your gut as an entrepreneur, right? But, dealing with filling out paperwork for a customs bond would not qualify as a Rainmaker Day activity. However, tweaking and building a marketing funnel to get your product ranked, yes, that's clearly a Rainmaker Day activity. So it's a Rainmaker Day activity if it directly, immediately can bring in sales, money, income, blah, 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 blah. Now don't overthink this. Say, well, technically, Ben, if I get that customs bond, can that bring in? Well, yes, but you know what I'm saying. Business building, marketing type of activities, the value generation stuff, okay? So the discipline is, what do you work on? Well, if you start on all the free stuff, all the free tactics, and implement those first, okay, in order of least expensive to most expensive in that order. And the reason why it's a pretty interesting discipline, especially if you're on a tight budget, is that, you know, throughout the month as you're implementing tactics during Rainmaker days, you're implementing all the free ones first, all the low-cost ideas second, and by month's end, you may never even get into the most expensive. So this discipline, especially in the early days and the high growth days, makes you far more profitable. Now, as part of our ongoing Rainmaker series, I would now like to present you with one such idea, something you can do on your Rainmaker day that is free / low cost. We're calling this tactic Share and Win. Now, let's talk about referrals. Now, this is kind of a new concept that we haven't talked about, referrals. But we all know that the single best type of customer is the referred customer. You know, I oftentimes like to give examples from, you know, my career in practice management. And, you know, the best type of patient that a dentist can ever have is the referred in patient, right? Because a referred patient is 3 times more likely to do business with that dentist. Same thing applies to any business. The referred customer is 3 times more likely to purchase than a non-referred person who, let's say, just found your Facebook ad, just as an example, And think about how true this is. You know, you're hanging out with your buddy, and you say, hey, you know, what you doing this weekend? I don't know, but dude, you need to go see the new movie, blah, blah, blah. It is freaking awesome. It's right up your alley. I am far more likely to go see that movie and buy a ticket because of my friend's referral than I was if I saw some ad about that movie on TV. Just makes sense. We're all like this. So we know that referred traffic is the preeminent, best, most qualified traffic out there. Now, what's interesting is we all instinctively know this, yes? But I find it perplexing that nowhere are people discussing referral tactics as applied to e-commerce. Like no one out there that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe there's somebody who indirectly kind of sort of, but not at the level I'm talking about. So I asked myself, I said, Ben, what are some easy, simple ways that we can turn, theoretically now, that we can turn one customer into 2 customers? So in other words, whenever one customer enters my marketing funnel, what if I was able to average 1 into 2 customers? I mean, if I could pull that off, wouldn't we have exponential growth in our e-com business? It would change all the financial dynamics that exist in that business, wouldn't it? So there are several e-com referral tactics that I will be teaching you in the coming months that will blow your mind. This is the first one of many that I'll be revealing because it's so darn simple, super effective. I think you're going to like it. This is like a base hit, right? A lot of these free low-cost ones, they're not going to, you know, they're not scalable just because they're, you know, free and low cost tend not to be scalable because just like Vegas, traffic is normally a pay-to-play system. But this is like a very, very good base hit that'll get you to second base. And it's so damn easy to do. And the traffic will generate is so much higher quality than paid traffic that this is just a no-brainer. So let me just get right into it. The share and win case study. I call this tactic the share and win method. The share and win case study. How a photographer booked herself solid with one simple email. This photographer is my sister. She's not good at marketing. I saw what she was doing. She was trying to promote some packages that she was selling for from $100 to $200+ to get, you know, family Christmas photos taken. Because, you know, for a photographer, it's like easy money, and a lot of people just kind of forget, blah, 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 blah. I saw her marketing, and she's not a marketer. It wasn't very good. She knew that. So I sent her an email. I said, I want you to do this, and it booked her solid. Took her literally 5 minutes maybe to implement. I think you're going to like this one. And by the way, the reason I knew about this is because this is a funnel. Again, you know, hone in on that word, you know, funnel. This is a funnel, a marketing funnel that you're going to want to use in your e-com business. Okay, this is step 1. Now, this is the case study. This is what the photographer, my sister, sent out. Now, let me give you context. This goes out to all of your previous buyers, okay? So those of you that listen to my advice about managed by stats, you've joined that. Yeah, we use managed by stats all the time. We particularly use it though for the email append service that they have. So we have all their emails now. All these Amazon buyers are now our buyers. Well, not all of them. I think it's like 40%, which is killer. These, a buyer is the best person to turn to buy more stuff. So we target them. We also target all of our past AWeber leads, through all these marketing funnels. So we have all these assets now that when we come up with an idea like this, we can deploy it and get great results. Now, in her case, she doesn't even have AWeber. She just sent this out to friends, family, all her past leads, and all her past people that were interested in her services. And by lead, I mean literally like she just kept a spreadsheet. Okay. Headline: share and win a free holiday photo shoot. Hey, would you like a chance to win a free holiday mini photo shoot just for taking a few seconds to do something super easy? You can tell I wrote this because there's a typo, second. I should say seconds. Hey, would you like a chance to win a free holiday mini shoot just for taking a few seconds to do something super easy? I think you'll like this, ... Take a quick look at this. Boom. And we link to a Facebook post. Any questions, just reply to this email. Have a great weekend. Regards, Aaron Cummings. And then underneath at the bottom of the email, she embedded a picture, a really nice Christmas picture. She takes killer Christmas pictures of her little studio that she built out in her garage with her son sitting on a sleigh, which I didn't have the space in the screenshot to show you, but it instantly communicates the quality of her skills, which is important in this case. Okay, but a couple things you might notice about this email. First of all, it's a giant tease. It's a giant play on curiosity. Would you like a chance to win for doing something super easy? Take a quick look here. We're not divulging what it is. Why? Because we want to drive all that traffic to where? To the Facebook post. Why? Well, you're going to see in a minute, because here's what we did. Want great looking holiday photos? Share this post contest. The person who shares this post the most by tagging people below in the comments will win a free mini shoot. And I'm not going to read the rest of the slide. This is where you insert sales copy about the service. Her call to action was to book a spot, email me at blah, 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 or message me here on Facebook and I'll get right back to you. Thanks. Now, this is all stuff pretty much that I wrote for her. She wrote like the details. Phenomenally successful, okay? The result, booked solid. In fact, she's turning people down, which I love that. And she ended up doing a boosted post of this to cold traffic, and that worked as well, very, very well locally. So anyway, pretty cool strategy. Now, the share and win tactic, if it's going to work on an ephemeral, higher dollar service, you can bet your ass it works even better selling low ticket, low resistance e-commerce products with mass appeal. I mean, trust me, it's far harder to sell a service than a kick-ass, $19, kitchen accessory, right? It's just different level of resistance, different level of commitment, different dollar amount. Let me give you the e-commerce version of the share and win funnel. I think you're really, really, really going to like this, especially as we head into the holiday season. The email. All right, you guys already get the big idea here. I don't need to belabor that, yes? The strategy, simple. Send a short email. Key is short. You don't want to oh gosh, I forgot the guy's name. Let me see if I can find his book here. Oh, where is it? Oh, yeah. David Sandler. By the way, he wrote a great sales book. He's dead now, but David Sandler is very good at like the takeaway selling approach. He wrote a book called You Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar. Bad title. Very good book. But anyway, David Sandler had this theory that most salespeople, and he would call it, don't spill your jelly beans in the lobby. Like, in other words, most salespeople want to verbally vomit the moment they get in front of a prospect. It's like blah, 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 and then they're shocked when they don't get the sale. Instead, he takes a whole takeaway, ask them questions, very patient, interesting, psychological approach. That's always stuck with me, especially with email marketing. From my experience, you're better not to quote, spill the jelly beans in the lobby and verbally vomit all over them if you're going to do a marketing, funnel. Now, there's several reasons why you want to walk them through multiple stages of a funnel. The first and foremost is what I call click commitment. As far as I know, I coined that phrase. Maybe I subconsciously picked it up in the 90s somewhere, but I've always called it click commitment. This is why, you could put the same information, long form into one email, but, from my experience, most people are now checking email on what? On their smartphones, on their iPad. They tend to be far less patient in those mediums because, I always picture the prospect, taking their phone into the can with them. And so I only have as much time as it takes for them to go to the bathroom to get my message across. Bad example, I know, right? But I think, humorous side, I think that's more true than not these days, right? Or literally, I have as much time as they're able to secretly hide their smartphone at the red light so other drivers don't think they're texting to quickly read my email. You know what I'm saying? So the attention spans are shorter and shorter. But actually, there's a great psychological reason that you want to use kind of like what I would call the blind angle. And by the way, the reason I'm spending some time on this is that this doesn't just apply to share and win. This applies to the broader topic of marketing funnels, e-commerce marketing funnels, and your mastery of them. Click commitment is so potent. The moment I can get the prospect to take any action is the moment that they start to get ensnared in my web, involved, engaged in that marketing funnel. This is the smart realtor, the smart real estate agent who, when the first-time home buyers ask, well, what will the monthly payment be on that? The amateur real estate agent will just tell them. The smart real estate agent will say, that's a good question. They'll slide the calculator between them and say, let's figure this out together. That's involvement. That's commitment. You want that element of, let's figuring it out together in the calculator. We have to kind of, virtually kind of create that, and that's what click commitment's about. The moment I can get somebody to click once, they're starting to get ensnared in my marketing web. You guys with me? So we want to use a blind email. Hey, you can get this great benefit. It'll only take you a few seconds. Click here. And that's why those emails tend to have a very, very high click rate, okay? Now, you are going to drive all this traffic to a Facebook post. Why? Because it's very easy in a Facebook post to tag people. So let's take a look at the email. This is this concept now realized, this referral concept in econ. Share and win a free holiday blank. But Ben, what's a holiday tea kettle? I don't know. It just sounds better than win a free tea kettle. Share and win a free tea kettle. Theme it. You could say share and win a free Halloween tea kettle. I know you guys think this is weird, but it works. Enter the conversation that the prospect is having in their head. They're thinking about Halloween. Let's talk about Halloween. They're thinking about whatever, Turkey Day. Let's talk about Turkey Day here in the States. Hey, would you like a chance to win a free holiday tea kettle just for taking a few seconds to do something super easy? I think you'll like this. Take a quick look. Boom, there's the link. Any questions, just reply to this email. Have a great weekend. Regards, your name. And then you always put your Shopify store in that signature. Or if you're, are still just on Amazon, you just put your Amazon link right there. No big deal. Now, step 2, the post. Couple secrets to this. You want to write the post to engage people. This is a second kind of ensnarement in Ben's marketing web evil plan. I want them to start tagging people. Will all of them tag? No. It's like when like in college, like my goal, I'd read Donald Trump's book, The Art of the Deal. And after I read that book, I'm like, I'm going to get rich in real estate just like Donald Trump. So I went out there, and like a lunatic, I was submitting something like 20 offers a week on apartment buildings, sight unseen, the most ridiculous offers, under the theory that if you throw enough, stuff against the wall, a certain number will stick. Well, with no money, I bought 12 apartment buildings. But in the early days of doing that, when all my offers were being rejected, one of my mentors said, you don't get rich by having them all say yes. You can get rich by just having a couple say yes. A couple people say yes. And that always stuck with me. And this is true with all marketing. You're never going to get 80% of the people to involve. to get involved. You just need a small fraction of them to start tagging people, and and you can do very, very well with campaigns like this. So you want to be very active in the conversation stream of that post, thanking them, commenting back and forth, being encouraging in the comment section of the post, blah, 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 blah. If possible, everybody who tags even just one person, give them a shout out, make them feel like this is the event of their life. One of my favorite quotes when I was teaching doctors how to manage staff and some really very powerful bonus programs that we would install in these practices that would just literally sometimes double a practice. The quote I always used to use when I was lecturing about it is, General Napoleon, he said, "My life changed when I realized that men will die for ribbons." So that's such a powerful statement because, just saying, "Oh my God, you're awesome, thanks so much, we really appreciate it," and then, giving them a shout out, men will die for women. Men and women will die for ribbons, right? Just ask anybody in Mary Kay Cosmetics who's ever attended one of those rah-rah rallies, and they make, even for small wins, small victories, they make it like them feel like the most important person on planet Earth. And what does that do? It spurs them on to repeat that behavior. Don't be blatant, by the way, in your post asking people to buy it. It's a bit different what my sister did. She could be kind of blatant because people just wanted like the details. We got to be more stealth because we're selling something on Amazon, okay, and or your own site. So we got to be stealth about how we drop it in. Like an, oh, by the way, boom. So let me show you what the sample post would look like. Want this amazing tea kettle for free? Share this post contest. The person who shares this post the most by tagging people below in the comments will win a free tea kettle worth X. To kick off the holiday season with some fun, we are going to give away our top-rated tea kettle to one lucky person this week. Our Johnson tea kettle is bullet, sneaky link. So our Johnson tea kettle is super fast water heating technology, blah, 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 blah. Cordless carafe, blah, 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 blah. And here's where we sneak in the link. Top rated on Amazon. See the reviews here. Boom. Now, we don't link to the reviews, do we? What do we link to? Your Amazon listing. See how we sneak it in there? We're not saying buy it here, colon. We're saying, hey, see the reviews here. Hey, we're innocent, right? If you've been looking for an amazing tea kettle that is super durable and makes a great holiday gift, consider getting them the Johnson Pro Tea Kettle. Want to get one for free? The person who shares this post the most by tagging people below in the comments will win one. Any questions? Any questions? Post them below. Thanks. And then you post a picture of the item that they're going to win. I usually this wouldn't fit into one screenshot, so it's kind of cut off. But this is what it looks like. It's a butt ugly snapshot. I use a program on Mac called Skitch, Skitch. It's super easy to use, and I just take a screenshot and I just add this gross, ugly looking border because it stands out. It gets attention. And I wrote, win this holiday tea kettle. But then, that's not a holiday tea kettle. Duh, it's not. We're just theming it. Okay, something to think about. Now, this is what I would recommend you do. Boost this post also. Okay, boost it also. Boosting just means like, okay, so when you post this, I didn't include it. There's a little thing that says boost or boost post, something like that. That's just French for saying, give us money and advertise this post. And then Facebook says, well, who do you want to advertise it to? Well, logically, who's our highest probability candidates? It's all the people from Amazon, all the buyers who previously bought from us before. So this is a very amazing tactic to consider. Target only the previous Amazon buyers. Well, Ben, how do I do that? Well, easy. I mentioned this earlier, managed by stats. It's super easy with like 2 or 3 clicks. I'll show you this at the end of this webinar, how to do it. It's super easy. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not a spreadsheet guy. You log in to manage my stats, you export all customer records, and then you basically copy and paste the phone records, all the phone numbers, because when people place an Amazon order, they're required to put in their phone number. And for my case, experience, about 90% of the people put it into proper format. So that means 90% of the customer records we get on Amazon, we have their phone numbers. With one or two clicks, we can upload all those phone numbers into Facebook and create what's called a custom audience. Again, they use these weird terms. It just means like this is a list of people that then we can select and say, hey, run, boost this post. In other words, advertise this post for our Share and Win campaign to everybody who was an Amazon buyer. And you might say, Ben, that's weird. We're uploading like the customer phone numbers. How are they seeing it? Well, because most people on Facebook, they will provide their phone number in case there's ever like a security issue or a problem, right? I mean, I have, and I hate giving out my phone number. Pretty much everybody I know has. So we found that the phone numbers tend to have a very, very high hit rate. We also, by the way, and I'll explain this later, we also do an email append in Managed by Stats. So we create a second custom audience called like Amazon Buyers email records, because you're not going to catch everybody from the phone numbers. You're not going to catch everybody from the emails. But when you combine the two, it's about as good as you can get. It's amazing. So those are like the people ripe to see these types of promoted posts. Okay, let's talk about the deadline date for the contest. And by the way, are you guys liking this? Let me just see your comments. You guys liking this? Someone wrote no. Well, screw you, Thomas. No, I'm just kidding. Awesome. Crazy good. Cool. All right. So, oh, you guys are funny. Friggin' awesome, somebody wrote. All right, good. This is awesome. It's like no-brainer, right? It takes, 5 minutes to set up, send out a freaking email, done. Write a post, done. I've given you the screenshots of the copy, done. And then they bring in the refer traffic. By the way, every time they tag somebody, what happens? That's right. These other people are advertising your post. I don't know about you, but when I'm tagged in anything, even if I don't give a crap, like my curiosity, I'm like, I have to see what the heck I was just tagged in. Like it's like, oh crap, is there another picture of me, drunk from college or something that they found? You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's talk about deadline date. All right, so something not shown in the post was a firm deadline date. I alluded to it in the sample post, but the deadline date should be 5 days away, no more than 5 days. This is counterintuitive, but we have found that the tighter the deadline date, the higher the response rate. I found that across the board. So it would sound like this. I would state a firm deadline date near the bottom of the post. It would say, deadline for our Share and Win contest this Friday, blah, 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 date at 5 p.m. Enter now. It's like you want to set the ticking time bomb. Tick, 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 tick. So like, just so you can, high level, just so you can kind of get the flow of this. So like Monday, I'd write the post, I'd send out the email. And the deadline date would be that Friday. So it's a 1-week promotion, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a little ninja tactic you'll like. The day of the deadline, like Friday, gives us a golden excuse to post a comment and send an email to everybody again. And I call this the everyone is a winner ploy. The everyone's a winner ploy. Here's what this looks like. Now, this is the type of comment that you would post. Today, we announce our winner. The good news is that I have a very special announcement to make. Today, everyone will be a winner. The grand prize goes to Jenny Schwartzman, who tagged the most people at 73 shares. Wow, you're awesome, Jenny, right? This is the men will die for ribbons part. Wow, you're awesome, Jenny. Just message us here on Facebook with your shipping address, and we'll rush out the tea kettle to you. To everyone else who participated, please message us on Facebook today. We have a very special coupon for you as well for participating. Everyone is a winner today. Look for our next contest sometime next month. Thanks again. Now, not only does it put a good taste in their mouth, but what else does it do? It's a sales ploy, right? It's a sales ploy. Like I know some of you have a Cheshire Cat grin on your face from this one, right? And by the way, the everyone's a winner ploy we use that throughout all of our contests. Like if we're ever doing like a best customer video testimonial, everyone who enters gets our Everyone's a Winner email. We do that for our Wish Pond contest, blah, 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 blah. This is the Everyone's a Winner email. You guys seem to like when I just show it to you. So it would go out Friday, sound like this. Tea Kettle Contest, why everyone is a winner. Hey there, thanks for participating in our holiday tea kettle contest this week. Go take a look at the results right here in the comment section of this post. Again, boom, you're linking back to that post, which advertises, right, your product. We decide that everyone will be a winner. See the Facebook comment to see if you qualify, and check this out. Even if you don't, maybe we can still hook you up with something pretty cool too. Sneaky, ain't I? All right, so just for sake of covering everything, this is the private message. This is your reply to people that didn't win, but that tag somebody. You'd say, hey, I want to say thanks for participating in our tea kettle contest. You're awesome. While you were not the grand prize winner, unfortunately, we wanted to do something really cool for everyone to tag people. Here's a private coupon code, good for 25% off of our tea kettle on Amazon. Boom, you put in the coupon code. It can be used on this tea kettle right here, which is our most popular model. And bam, put your Amazon link in there. Coupon expires midnight tonight. Thanks again. Now, you only send this to people that replied to the email or that saw your post and private message you. You don't want to proactively hound people and annoy people. So even though it's tempting, to kind of, beat the bushes for every dollar, you don't want to do it this way. So let's say that there were 10 people who tagged you or tagged other people. You wouldn't want to kind of spam them and send them a message proactively. This is your reply to everyone who said, hey, you said everyone's the winner, blah, 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 blah. Is with me? All right. I have provided, we'll provide when we post this webinar replay. In the zip folder, I have a text document with every single creative for this that you need. The initial email, the follow-up email, the post, even the comment to post at the end of the contest, everything. All right? No excuses, right? Not to do this. Now, I want to teach how to apply this in your own e-commerce business, but even better, I want to give you a very important principle that I think that will make you a lot of money. So first of all, this is the kind of marketing program that you can insert monthly into your marketing calendar. Wait, Ben, what'd you just say? Did you say marketing calendar? Ooh, I don't have one. Exactly. You need to adhere and start to construct and build a marketing calendar whereby you implement tactics the same time every month, or if it's seasonal, you insert it into that part of your calendar. This discipline, having a marketing calendar where you don't have to think, makes you a lot of money. I've had one of these for all of my businesses. We are building one, as we kind of figure stuff out for our Amazon business. So like the share and win is something that I would do monthly, literally monthly. You can do a contest monthly. I mean, what's your risk? Giving away one freaking product, right? People love this. And obviously, this is easier to do if you have multiple products, because one month you do product A, the second month you do product B. And the idea here in Fast Track is, as you guys know, I didn't go over the cornerstone principles because I have too much to share with you today. But the idea here is you're going to keep adding product line to hit your monthly income goal. Because for every product I add to our business, my goal is to make $10,000 a month. That's how I came up with the high odds product picking system, all these marketing funnels, blah, 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 right? So do this monthly. Now, every time, now I'm not just talking about share and win, but anything I teach in Fast Track or anything you learn outside of Fast Track, whenever you find something that's good, think in your mind, where can I add this? Like add it to a slot in your marketing calendar. So the end game is a year from now, you'll have a full marketing calendar. You'll always know what to do, how to generate business. Okay. So for example, you should always be doing some kind of promotion for each of the major holidays. So you should do a Halloween blah 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 promotion, or a Halloween contest, or a Halloween whatever. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. So obviously those would be inserted, ahead of time, like before that holiday hits, maybe 2 weeks out. Again, enter the conversation that the person is having in their mind. You can take the same day marketing tactic and just insert the word Halloween in front of it, and you're going to get a much better engagement. But anyway, that's a big tip. Adherence and the creating and growing a marketing calendar. No, I'm not going to give you mine because ours will be completely different than what yours should be. But as long as you have the concept, you might all want to go down to Staples and go kind of old school and actually buy like a paper knit calendar and just jot this stuff into a calendar. And don't throw out that calendar. Like even if there's like 2 things a month that you're putting, as you're learning this, you just kind of insert them. I'm telling you, by the end of the year, you'll have a full calendar because stuff will build on top of the other. It stacks, blah, 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 blah. Very powerful. I don't think we need to cover this slide because we already covered all this. Anyway, share and win funnel, guys. It's a good one. Cheap and fast to deploy. I can't imagine you'd spend more than $10 to boost a post that would target your Amazon buyers, and you don't even have to do that because even if you just do a general post with an email, that's probably all the traffic that you need, and it costs nothing to send out an email. Again, we use Aweber. In the replay, I'll give you a link to Aweber, and I think it. Look, there's lots of alternatives out there, and like at least for me, Aweber is hands down the most reliable. I've tried other services, and just they have all kinds of flaws and missing features, or they're too complicated. And for us, Aweber is the best, so I would highly recommend it if you don't already have some type of autoresponder set up. So it's free, quote unquote free, to send out an email. You do have to pay for a service like Aweber or like Infusionsoft or Constant Contact, but it's free to send out an email, and it's free to do a post. The only cost you'd have, again, maybe $10 is to boost it. All right. So let's see if you guys have any questions. We have to keep moving here, so I'll just take a few of them here. Matthew says, Ben, who are we sending this email to? Well, I already covered that. I thought you want to send it to all of your lists, basically, right? There's 2, maybe 3 types of lists that you have. All your buyers, using like an email append service like Managed by Stats, right? So you have all those buyers. Those are the best ones that you want to engage with, because look, don't overthink this. Let's pretend you're a dentist. And a dentist would say, but Ben, I want new patients. Yes, exactly. That's why you're going to go to the old patients and tell them to refer. Same concept here. But Ben, they already have this product. I know it. They're the best person to ask for a referral. Trust me. If you offer somebody that already has a tea kettle another free tea kettle, I'm telling you, I know human nature. They're gonna want it. They can give it away as a gift. People like free stuff. You also want to send it to your leads. So all the $1 giveaway funnels and all that kind of stuff that I've shown you guys over the year here in Fast Track. You have all these assets, all these lists. Well, it's a no-brainer. You might as well send traffic to them as well. Technically, it's not strongly refer traffic, but they themselves might want to win it. So. Do you have a resource to learn ins and outs of Facebook? As I'm not on it at all and need to be ASAP. Yeah, you really do need to be on it ASAP, but I've taught this more than anybody else that I know. I've taught Facebook as it applies to e-commerce. So just start watching, start from some of my earliest, previous sessions, and you'll have like a Harvard education in how to use Facebook for e-commerce. What can we do if we don't already have a list of customers to send an email to? Well, you've been with me for a while, Jay, so I would assume that you're selling, that you have a product listed on Amazon, right? So if you do, then you would have to do a service like Managed by Stats, which, guys, it's like pennies on a dollar. I mean, don't be cheap in this kind of stuff. This is one of those tools where, don't leap over dollar bills and chase pennies like trying to be cheap. When it comes to marketing, it's the best money that you'll spend. Be cheap by like not going out yet again to a restaurant and like blowing your money on booze, right? Save the booze money and spend it on marketing instead, right? It's funny, kind of going back to the real estate deals. It was funny, for every tenant who would claim they don't have my rent money, it was amazing how they somehow could always muster up enough money for what? Booze and cigarettes, right? So there's always enough money for booze and cigarettes. Trust me, you can justify spending money on marketing. So yeah, you would just use like Managed by Stats, pay for the email append service where they basically take all your Amazon customer records, they match them up with with an email address, and then that's how you upload those up to a Facebook, and then you would just do a boosted post and kind of target them. Okay. Nolan says another good idea is to create a lookalike audience. Yeah, that's a great tip. Lookalike audiences are what Nolan is saying is that Facebook really is genius in the amount of data that they have on people. It's like there is no privacy left, thanks to Facebook and the U.S. government. There's no privacy left, right? But what Nolan is alluding to is once you upload your phone numbers, Facebook, kind of behind the scenes, builds a profile of all these people. Say, they tend to be female, they tend to be in this age range, they tend to make this much income, they tend to like this, this, and this. And with one click of the button, you can create what's called a lookalike audience, where Facebook predicts which are other candidates very, very similar to this custom audience. Now, I wouldn't necessarily use that lookalike audience, right, to boost this particular post, because this is more for referrals, but you sure as hell should use it when you're launching your products and things like that. And so that's a great tip, Nolan. Alan, the only way to watch my Periscope show is you have to have Periscope. If you don't have a smartphone, or then I'm sorry, but I just don't have enough hours in a day to offer it in multiple ways. Sorry about that, buddy, but I would literally stop doing it if it became a hassle. So rather than stop doing it, I'm just gonna do it the way that saves me the most time, which is I can just turn on my phone, I can record on Periscope. We already have something like 800 people that are following me, so enough people follow it and seem to like it that I'm going to keep doing it that way. If I had to do it old school and do all these like torturous upload steps, I simply wouldn't do it. What if you don't have a big list? Can you promote this to the general public at large to be successful? No, I would try. Look, there's magic in small numbers. I mean, I earned I had $1 million plus business in a teeny tiny niche called practice management, and I lived off the back end. So you absolutely can work small numbers, especially in your early days. So don't be like intimidating. Oh, well, Ben has all these customer records. Well, I didn't. I started out just like you, and if it's like so easy to export all of your Amazon customer records. Even if you have 200, start there, like literally 200. So Christine and Matthew said, what Amazon link are you using, the Ranker or just a regular? I'm just using the regular link. No problem, Mel. How would you recommend using this awesome funnel for getting initial reviews on a product launch? I would not blend the two. I would do a new funnel. You could do the exact same kind of marketing funnel concept, but I wouldn't try to blend them. Instead, I would send out an email saying, would you like to get our latest product for free? Or for, sorry, not for free, but for, 95% off as a product tester? Click here. Drive them to a Facebook post if you want, and you can say, hey, you can pick this up for $3, $4. It's going to retail for $39, but I want you to be a product tester, and you don't even have to specify what the hell that means. And then you can have them buy using a coupon, and your Feedback Genius email sequence will automatically get a certain percentage of them to leave reviews. You no longer want anything out there in writing that says, hey, I'll give you this discount, but you got to promise to leave a review. Unfortunately, times have changed because of Amazon terms of service, but it doesn't matter, because you can literally say, here's a coupon, world, buy this for 95% off. Don't even mention anything about leaving a review, and naturally a certain percentage will leave you a positive review because we know that we have the Feedback Genius sequence set up on the back end. Yeah, I'm going to talk about managed by stats later. And I'm going to take like 1 or 2 more questions because we've got to move on. Just a comment from Chip. Hey, what's up, Chip? He says, this one tactic alone makes my investment in Fast Track from the beginning worth it. Awesome. Yeah, I love this tactic too. Matthew, no, they won't. Oh, Alan says, thanks. Got an iPad. Oh, well, this will work on the iPad, Alan. Yeah, Thomas, I don't agree with that. But Periscope rocks. Yeah, I keep seeing John on my shows. What's up, John? John's always give me a nice shout out. I love seeing my Fast Track presenters. All right, we're gonna keep going here, okay, guys? Let's go to the next topic. Email marketing funnels. I'm gonna do a deep dive on a funnel that I found. I'm going to show you. I'm going to rip apart and expose all of the steps in their funnel, which is like a mini Harvard business education of a successful e-commerce funnel. But I want to get into more of a high-level introduction. Okay, what the heck is a funnel? Most of you know, but a funnel is basically a multi-step sequence, right? That takes a prospect by the hand. It usually starts with some type of an ad, and which is like step 1 of the funnel, takes them to some type of a landing page, which is step 2 of the funnel, right? That typically has them opt in, which then kind of splinters off the funnel into an autoresponder email sequence. That's kind of a sideways part of the funnel. And then it takes them to another page that gives them the details or has them buy or whatever. And then ideally, you're throwing a bunch of one-time offers in their face to monetize that lead, ending with a thank you page, which is like an offer wall. Because on a thank you page, you can do offer stacking where you can say, hey, thanks for picking this up. By the way, you might also be interested in these other offers. Link to either your other Shopify products or your Amazon store. It's like free money, right? Or you can put the next stage of your funnel. Right when they exit one funnel, you might say, hey, did you like this? Click here for a free blah, blah, blah. And it takes them down the next rabbit hole or whatever. Again, I don't have like an actual example. We're just talking high level here of what a funnel is. I do have some actual examples in a second. But the best way to understand what a funnel is to show you some real-world examples. At least that's how my brain works. I'm very visual. So this is literally, I drew this out with a Sharpie on my artist sketch pad. By the way, you guys all need to invest in an artist sketch pad, okay? Like I talked about this in a previous Fast Track session when I talked about how to do keyword research. So I actually bought a very big artist sketch pad where I just start scribbling down like the best keywords, the good keywords, the okay keywords, and I start to fill those into my title, my bullets, and the search term section. And I also use it for my Periscope show where I kind of like, my wife always says, Ben, no one can read your freaking writing, right? But I don't know, people seem to like it because it's very visual. And this is how I draw out my funnels. I do everything on a sketch pad. You guys might think this is strange, but I used to write everything out on like a morning list of action items. But like your eyes, like, I don't know, it just is like a static, like linear, non-emotional, like boring list of things I have to do. My productivity exploded when I scrapped the list and instead started my morning. I do it right after I meditate. I make some bulletproof coffee. I sit down with my artist sketch pad and I literally map out flowchart style what I'm going to do that day. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm weird, and I use different colored markers. It just clicks with me. I can throw my sketch pad then, in my case, on the kitchen table. It's where I work. It drives my wife nuts because she wants her kitchen table to eventually actually be a real kitchen table. But I don't know. I just kind of like the vibe, and that kind of thing. But I can have my laptop set up, and I can constantly glance at this daily to-do flow chart. And I don't know, it just works so much better for me. And I've talked to some other people, and they love it. So, hey, for the cost of going down to Michael's Arts and Crafts store, buying an artist sketch pad, and buy a multi-pack of different color Sharpie markers, give this stuff a try. So I sketch everything out, especially with funnels, on a sketch pad. So this is kind of the Amazon giveaway funnel that literally changed our industry that I created. It works so well that Amazon recently literally had to address this in their terms of service. Now, I don't know if that should scare the shit out of me or make me proud. I'm still kind of not sure which I feel about that. But it started with a Facebook ad. That's phase one of the funnel. They click on the ad, and it moves them to a forced opt-in page. Right? You guys know this funnel. That said, get this great product for X, $1, $2, whatever. We disguise the opt-in form such that they have to click a button that says grab coupon now, and bloop, it says enter your email to get sent the code. So see, it takes them, it kind of splinters off the funnel. So they're added to an email list. You guys know I'm big into list building. That's an asset that no one can ever take away from us. Like if Amazon shut us down tomorrow, well, it would suck, but I have all these assets that I've built up because I'm into capturing emails. I don't always capture emails because it's not appropriate, but I would say in 80% of my funnels, I'm finding a way to capture those emails. Okay. Then the third stage of the funnel is once they opt in, they're redirected to a coupon instruction page, and then from there, the button takes them to our Amazon listing. So this is a 4-step marketing funnel. Facebook ad leads to a forced opt-in page, leads to the coupon with instructions, leads to the Amazon listing. That's the funnel that changed our industry. Now here's another, just in case for some reason, I don't know, that you've never seen this funnel, this is in screenshot form what it looks like. Okay. Now this is the most recent funnel that is absolutely crushing it for us that I taught to my fast trackers recently called the flash sale funnel. This is a 3-step funnel. It's the easiest to deploy. For reasons I already covered 2 months ago, I choose not to do a forced opt-in because people are willing to give up an email address if they can get something for $1. They're definitely not willing to, in my opinion, give up an email address for a heavily discounted price. I think you can try it, but I wouldn't do it. Anyway, you guys already know the model. This says, hey, flash sale alert. We're tapping into the flash sale mentality. Again, this is an angle for some reason no one else that I've seen in e-com has really tackled this as a way to rank and launch Amazon products, but it's working very, very well. Frankly, we're able to now rank at break even or slight loss, where in the past we had to give away the farm to rank. It was still worth it because, again, the increase in our Amazon rank offset any losses, quote-unquote losses, to give away the product. But anyway, flash sale alert, get this vitamin C serum for 48% off today. It would lead them to a flash sale landing page that had a countdown timer, right? It's like that ticking time bomb kind of thing that I mentioned earlier. Everything is congruent with any other flash sale they might have seen out there. And they just click through and they go to your Amazon listing. Now, by the way, let's just talk about this section right here, the flash sale landing page right here in the middle, step 2 of the funnel. There's 2 approaches you can use, and both work. You can very easily add. Okay, look at my mouse. I'm kind of circling my mouse. Just look at your screen. I don't know if there's like a little bit of a delay with GoToWebinar, but picture at the bottom of this banner text that says use coupon code sale 1515 to save 48% at Amazon checkout. So you can do it that way, where you actually give the coupon code up here in the banner, or you can simply discount the listing itself. So in other words, you log into Seller Central and you create a sale, and you'll see for your product, if you click on inventory and you edit your listing again, you can set up like the retail price and a sale price with an end date. Okay. Now and that works too, by the way. Okay. The risk that you have of using the non-coupon code method, though, is theoretically a hijacker could discover this ad. I have typically found it unlikely. Hijackers are more interested in like the dollar giveaways, like a 48% discount. That's too much money for some bottom feeder to shell out, from my experience at least. Okay, maybe not some of the like some of the retail arbitrage people, but again, we're not targeting them with our Facebook ads. I can control to a large degree who I am targeting with this flash sale. So, theoretically, let's just pretend that my product is a vitamin C serum. I wouldn't target like slick deals on Facebook. I would target people who liked, Sephora, right? So those people, maybe one out of a gazillion likes Sephora and owns like a retail arbitrage course, but it's highly unlikely. So let's worry about things that are real concerns, right? So anyway, two approaches you can take. You can simply discount your listing for 3 or 4 days and skip the coupon and go that way, keep it like a greased chute, or you can put a coupon code. There's no need to use single-use coupon codes for something that is just a discount of like, for like 48%, okay? At least in my opinion, there's no purpose in that. Okay, here's another funnel. This is our video review funnel. By the way, somebody jumped on Periscope and they said that thanks to this funnel, they're a fast tracker, they're making $5,000, I think a week. I think he said a week. Just using this simple funnel. Starts with a Facebook ad where you embed a customer video review. Okay, so at its most basic level, 2-step funnel. Video review, boom, right to your listing. But this is more like a 4-step funnel, in my opinion, because we chase them with 2 different retargeting ads. We chase them with a video retargeting ad and a newsfeed retargeting ad that, again, all roads lead to your Amazon listing. Now, I just built out a 6-step e-commerce funnel that a lot of you will find intriguing. This is not something that's appropriate for me to show yet, because I don't have the data for it. But for the last 2 weeks, I felt like I was in a cave. I was so immersed in this. This is something that's entirely non-Amazon based. This is just for our own e-commerce site. I did a lander with a deeply discounted price that leads them to an order form. It's actually a 2-step order form. So they first fill out their shipping address, then they fill out their billing address, and there's an order form bump. So for example, let's say that I am selling a dog leash, dog shampoo that they can get for some huge discount. Why? Because, well, all the money is in the list, right? If they get some huge discount, sorry guys, my slides keep flipping around. They get some huge discount, as long as they spend something with me, that's a qualified lead, because I know that I'm going to push them through a marketing funnel with several one-time offers to try to at least break even on that traffic or make a small profit. So the order form bump, and I don't reveal this initially, but the order form bump, after they are kind of, again, through that click commitment process, the order form bump is, hey, would you like to get 2 more dog shampoos at a huge discount? Just tick this box to add it to your order. So right out of the gate, I'm taking like an 80% off sale, and I'm already monetizing it maybe for like 20 more bucks. And then as soon as they click submit, we take them to a one-time offer, and this would be a bundle. So just as an example, again, you have to have product line for this, so don't freak out. This is maybe a goal down the road when you have more SKUs, when you have more products. But the next stage might be something like this. Hey, thanks so much for your order of our dog shampoo. People who buy our dog shampoo oftentimes love our dog grooming bundle. Now, the dog grooming bundle includes 3 items: a dog de-shedder brush that is top rated on Amazon, a blah 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 blah, and a Huma widget. These 3 normally, as our your beautiful dog bundle, normally sell for X. However, since you just picked up our dog shampoo, you have a one-time chance to pick this up for Y. Click here to add it to your cart. certain small percentage will add it to your cart. Boom, we're probably in a profit at that point. Then we take them to another OTO, and this is the exact funnel, not for the products that I'm, using because because those are private, but it's the exact same premise. The second OTO was for another product, let's say a dog, like glow in the dark dog walking jacket for the dog, let's say. Normally X, you can get it for Y, one time only. And then we have a third offer. And then it leads them to our thank you page offer wall. So the thank you page shouldn't just say, thanks so much for placing an order. It should have some social proof. So on our thank you page offer wall, it says, thank you so much for your order. And then we have, okay, remember how last month I said that, that we're using Wishpond to hold a selfie contest? I use those selfies all throughout this funnel, including on the thank you page, because I want them to get warm and fuzzies for giving me money. And that, hey, you're not the only one. A lot of other people that are smiling through and happy see these photos. I don't say this, but it's implied. So it says, thank you for your order. Then I have 4 selfies of people posing with their product. And it says, hey, here's what to do next. Number 1, like our Facebook page here and get news on the latest offers and blah, 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 put out by our brand. Now, by the way, you can see how kind of everything is interconnected, because once I get my buyers liking my Facebook fan page, in my annual marketing calendar or my monthly marketing calendar next month, when I do my share win contest, they're going to see it and send and refer traffic. You guys with me? Okay. It's like that all roads lead to Rome kind of thing, all right? And then under there it says, okay, here's what else to do next. Since you just bought these products, you might also be interested in these other products that, that are just, that are related and also very popular. And all I did was I screenshot the listings from our, like the little teasing listings on the Shopify store. Like in other words, like like on an e-commerce site, it shows like, product A gives a little snippet and it says click here for more. Product B, gives a little snippet, click here for more. I took screenshots of that and I just put those at the bottom of the thank you page so that people could just click through and check out our some other products, and who knows, maybe they'll buy those as well. But this is right now, this is a awesome funnel. Now we'll see if it works in the real world. I'll keep you guys posted. Now, where am I going with all this? Why are we talking about funnels? Why did I kind of divulge my current test? What's my obsession with this? Well, here's why. I love this picture. $100 million billion. Those of you that are Austin Powers fans will know what I'm talking about there. But there's a lot of money in becoming a funnel master. I recently realized that I make the most money per hour when I'm building out these funnels. Building, thinking about, analyzing, modeling the world's best e-com funnels is definitely an 80-20 activity. I mean, I think the reason why I had such a fast start, such a fast success in Amazon is because from day one, I started thinking about a funnel that could get me ranking, a funnel that could get me an email list, a funnel that could get me buyers. While everyone else bitched and moaned on a Facebook group, I was building a funnel, right? And now, a year later, I'm now teaching you guys my funnels that work well, and we're innovating those funnels. And I think that funnel building, funnel mastery should become one of your 80-20 activities as well. Guys, my goal for the next 12 months is to build about 20 different e-commerce funnels and end up with 3 or 4 of those 20 funnels, 3 or 4 of those that bring in $1 million each. So each funnel, my goal is to bring $1 million in gross sales. Obviously, this is off of Amazon, right? This would be direct to our own web properties. But again, it's like that all roads lead to Rome. I will never turn my back on Amazon, ever. Amazon is a kick-ass way to generate sales, to recoup my marketing costs and all that kind of stuff. But mastering funnels changes the way the game is played. From hoping, praying Amazon gives you love, to taking back 100% control and almost not giving a blank if your product ranks on Amazon or not, because you really don't care. Now, obviously you do care, but I'm saying theoretically you don't really care because you're not just a one-trick pony anymore. that make sense? Okay. So our new focus in 2015 and beyond is building our list, building our buyers list, building our funnels, driving traffic to our own Shopify store versus only Amazon. Now you might wonder, Ben, well, where does Amazon fit in? I'm only on Amazon. This is kind of freaking me out. Don't be freaked out at all. Don't be freaked out at all. Amazon is now viewed as, frankly, as how it always should have been viewed, as a wonderful, in fact, the best place to launch a new product, the best place to get visibility for your brand, the best place to get buyers, the best place to get immediate market feedback, and the absolute single best way to recoup all of your development costs to develop that new product. I mean, think about that. Amazon is essentially financing us, if you will, every time that we roll out a new private label product. I mean, it's a killer system. In fact, you should get more excited by this new model. But as soon as possible, once we go through that launch phase on Amazon, we want to start monetizing it on our own platform, like our own web property, okay? I hope that makes sense. So 3 quick things I want you to understand about e-com funnels. First of all, the goal, at least my goal, is to break even on that funnel or better, or lose money. Like, if you think about it, the funnel that made me famous, that you guys all became fast trackers because you saw my first funnel that crushed it on Amazon, it's the giveaway funnel. And I was willing to lose a lot of money. Why? Because I could make a lot of money very, very quickly once that product was ranking. So I would only, quote unquote, lose money for a month and a half, and I was profitable within 2 months and outranking everybody else, right? So the off-Amazon funnels are a bit different. My goal is to break even because it gives me an infinite marketing budget. If I can break even, I can spend $250,000 a month. And by the way, I've talked to my partners about this, and we absolutely will spend $250,000 a month in paid traffic if we have a break-even funnel, because I can make it very profitable once the back-end marketing and once we start building back-end funnels. It becomes extremely profitable. Okay? The second goal is to stack funnels, what's called funnel stacking. So basically, if you can visualize this conceptually, this is just an intro to all this, but one funnel leads them into another funnel, which leads them into another funnel and another funnel. That's how you turn a break-even customer into a profitable customer very quickly. So how do you do this? Well, you build multiple funnels. Look, I sleep too. I don't work 24 hours a day, although this week I did 2 partial all-nighters, so I'm not sure if that tells you about, sometimes what's required to be successful in business, but sometimes, you got to work hard. I'll be the first guy to tell you that. But, it takes a lot of time, and it can be frustrating, and I want to rip what little hair I have left out of my head. But over time, having multiple funnels, using email autoresponders to sell my buyers into the next funnel, the use of thank you page offer walls to post my next funnel, to have a back-end funnel. So like, in other words, once I take somebody through this funnel, it's not over. That's the beginning. Because I got them at a break-even or made a small profit. Guess what they get? They get an email sequence now for my next funnel. Now this is going to be a more profitable funnel. This will probably be a funnel for our high-ticket product, or for a blah, blah, blah of the month product, or whatever the case may be. And we'll have multiple funnels for those. That's called funnel stacking. I just hope that the light bulbs are kind of going off over your head as I'm kind of documenting this. And the third goal here, the third takeaway, is that funnel building and funnel stacking is the millionaire maker skill in the e-commerce business. I never kind of realized that until I did like a little assessment on my own growth in this, and I realized it kept coming back to these very successful funnels: video review funnels, the giveaway funnel, the flash sale funnel, and now we're getting far more powerful iterations of these funnels, because I was limited to building these funnels on Amazon. You can't do really one-time offers if you're driving traffic to Amazon, but you sure as hell can do it. I mean, the sky's the limit when you're driving it to your Shopify store. Very, very exciting to me. Very exciting. By the way, that's why, and I'm very excited to show you this next, every month in Fast Track, I'm going to be teaching some facet of e-commerce marketing funnel tactics, because I do believe it is the most valuable per hour skill you can learn. and we'll be studying loads of super successful funnels out there that I'm stalking. I'm going to buy through them for you, spend my own money. I'm going to document each step in their funnel. I'm going to show it to you so you can rip it apart, expose it, and learn from it. Now, we do not want to copy their funnels, but we want to learn from them. I repeat, do not copy them, but learn from them, right? There is, in the world of tennis, Roger Federer has one of the most effective serves. It's not the most powerful serve. It's not the fastest serve, but it's one of the most effective serves. However, everybody types different. So what you want to do is model the best elements from Roger Federer's serve. But if you literally try to copy it, you're going to fail miserably. And I found the same thing when you try to model any business funnel or any business tactic. If you try to rip it off, number one, it's bad karma and it's just freaking lazy. But number three, usually it just kind of tanks anyway. It's like trying to literally mimic to the nth degree Roger Federer serve. No, take those elements of it that make it uber successful and then make it your own, okay? So here's a bonus tip. I use Evernote. Evernote is a service that makes. So I started using Evernote mainly to build SOPs, to make standard operating procedures for our employees. I now make my employees, for several certain tasks, make their own SOPs, but I use Evernote to document all the funnels that I buy through. I put the links, I put screenshots of the funnel steps in case, whatever they ever take those funnels offline for whatever reason, and then I have a section where I actually write, here's lessons I learned. So for every funnel that I buy through and that I find, I document it in its own Evernote. And so I cannot tell you how much money that little discipline will make you. So you guys ready to rip apart and expose a super profitable e-com funnel that I quite literally just kind of stumbled upon? Let's do it, guys. This is the Trilastin funnel. Now, Trilastin is a company that sells a stretch mark cream for very expensive. It's $80 a bottle. And they sell some kind of, I think a cellulite cream, something like that. But their main product is this one. It's a stretch mark cream. Now, this is their funnel. This is the overview. It's a very simple funnel, and they're missing out on a lot of opportunity, but they're crushing it. And I'll show you how I know this, because I've stalked them. I see how many ads are running, and when you see where I saw their ad, you will instantly understand why we know they're doing very, very well. First of all, they run banner ads that feature before and after pictures. You can see one right here. See the before and after? Okay? And I love this banner ad. I mean, this is a good model. Again, I don't have a stretch mark cream, nor would I ever copy these guys, but the funnel is this, put the ailment or the problem with the question. So, stretch marks, what other creams can do this? And there's a before and after pictures. Put your product shot there, your brand, and buy now. I mean, that's a model. This is something we can replicate for our products. Now, if you have products that don't lend themselves to a before and after, fine. You just know that this section is where you're going to show the person using the French press. Okay? This is a section where you're going to show a beautiful thing with your French press with a thing that says new, and maybe love coffee ? What other French presses can do this? You see what I'm saying? And you use the same kind of call to action. You don't copy it, you model it. Okay? So it starts with a banner ad. It takes them to a product listing. Now, they're not using Shopify, but it looks like Shopify. I think it's their own custom site. But we can replicate this in a Shopify store. And when you see their landing page, you'll instantly get why this is successful. And we can model this for all of our products, whether you're in skincare or kitchen or pet or fitness. It doesn't matter. You can model this. If you add the product to your cart, but then leave the Shopify site, you instantly get, I think within 1 hour, a cart abandonment email with a special coupon good that day only. Brilliant idea. Also, right after you cash out, you get an order bump email. And I'm going to show you all this in a second. But they send out an email right away. Again, coupon good for 1 day only. As an aside, do you guys remember earlier what I said about that the shorter the deadline, the better, from from our experience, great example of this. They're not saying good for 48 hours. They're saying good today. And then they get an email right out of the gate that asked me to join in on their review contest. Now, I found it interesting that I'm getting this 1 day later. But know what it does? I kind of realized that by sending me an email right out of the gate that says, hey, want to win an iPad? Join our before and after contest or something like that. And I'll show you the email. It automatically gets me thinking that the product must work. Because they're not hiding behind, they're not like, oh my God, they took my money. Now what? Now I hear crickets. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty interesting. So let's take a look at this. Here's where I first saw this ad. Homepage on Yahoo. Do you guys have any idea what this costs them? And this is a niche product. Above the fold on Yahoo. Stretch marks, okay? Boom. Saw that ad. I clicked through it. Here's a close-up of the ad, by the way. As an aside, sorry to break the flow here, but if you ever see an ad like this, right after I click through and I document the funnel, I do a search in Google Images, and you can see it oftentimes brings up some of their other, like here's a banner ad. Order, no hype, real change. Here's another banner ad. Same kind of style, but this is the banner ad we saw. So you can do some quick and cheap research by just doing a Google Images search. But anyway, they see the ad here on Yahoo, and then they're taken to a feature-rich product listing that we're going to look at right now. Let's take a look at this. Now, first of all, what do we notice? Look at this. Banner ad comes up, which you can X out. Trilastin will donate a portion of your purchase to support breast cancer. Save X today with promo code CURE. This is what I call the old, oh, by the way, here's any excuse we could dream up to get you to buy now banner ad. So you could put in anything. To celebrate Halloween, today only, you can save X with promo code blah, blah, blah. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. They come up with every cockamamie excuse, good ones and bad ones, to throw up a coupon in my face when they drive traffic to this page. So what does that tell you? That 79 isn't the real price. 79 minus 15 is a real price if every time I go to this page, I'm seeing some discounted thing. They're not exactly being subtle about it, are they? Let's take a look. They have Dr. Trusted Seal right here. They have a chat with us box right here. And we're going to talk about chat with us a bit later. Look at this. Look at this here. I'm going to get rid of this so we can see this better. Look at this is built out. Description. Let's just go down to the description. Case study. Case study. Case study. Case study. How to use. Look at this. This is wonderful. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. Facebook comments. Another case study. Here's a video all about how great their product is disguised as a FAQ video. Another video of a patient testimonial, as a customer testimonial. A doctor endorsement of their product. Internal medicine doctor discusses optimizing results with Trilastin. Okay? Over 86% would recommend Trilastin. Is that not awesome? And then look at all these reviews. 5-star, 5-star, going page after page after page after page. Now, so that's basically a glorified sales letter parading as an e-commerce listing. Isn't that interesting? Here's the key sciences. So this is basically a way to say, this is the ingredients list, and this is why each ingredient is so freaking awesome. FAQ, okay? And I do suggest you take some time to read through these because this is a sales letter. What are stretch marks? Does it really work? Does it have a guarantee? What results can I expect? Like if you're going to write like a long-form sales letter, like these are the questions you would answer. They're overcoming every single objection I think that they've probably gotten from their live chat. And then they have their ingredients because especially for supplements and health products and things like that, for some reason, even if they don't have a clue what they're looking at, they just want to see the ingredients. Literally, they just want to see the ingredients from my experience. Okay, pretty cool, right? Now you see why I'm into funnels. Okay, now let's look at the cart abandonment letter. Okay, complete your Trilastin order now and save. Complete your order now and save an additional 10%. Expires when? Today. On October 10th, 2015, we noticed that you left some items in your shopping cart. By the way, I did this on purpose. Checking out is convenient and fast. Complete your order now. If you have already completed your order, please disregard this email. If you check out now, you can use the following coupon to save 10% on your order. Your coupon code is blah, blah, blah. It expires on, and then they somehow found a way to insert today's date. So whatever date today is, that's the expiration date that's displayed in bold, I might add. And by the way, this is the bottom of the email. It literally shows the item that I added to cart. That says view cart, takes me right back to my cart. Okay. Now I don't know how they did this exactly, but this is probably like a custom script because they're not using Shopify on their store. However, probably next month, I'm going to show you how to set up a cart abandonment sequence in Shopify that is going to make you guys a lot of money. And I'm going to show you the emails and things like that. But for now, just soak in their funnel. Now here's the order bump email. This goes out while the buyer is still in heat, is still in that buying emotion. This is right after I ordered. It says, thanks for shopping at Trilastin. Thank you for subscribing to our newsletter. Here's your coupon for 15% off your first purchase. No, coupon good today only. Are we seeing a theme here, guys? This is a model. This is a model. So what do we know? Cart abandonment, good today only. Send out an email to all the buyers with a special coupon, good today only. And here is the review contest. Win an iPad Mini 2. It takes only a minute. Rate your experience with us and be automatically entered into our monthly iPad Mini 2 giveaway. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty interesting, right? Some other stuff that I noticed is the order bump trick. See where it says orders over $90 ships free. Okay, a lot of good e-commerce sites, they all use this. Okay, so $90, it's pretty high. I like over $50 ships free, or and you'll see that anywhere from $30 to $50 seems to be the current control for a lot of the more successful e-commerce sites that track this stuff. Now, up here, now they're not doing it up here, which is interesting, but I see a lot of the successful e-commerce sites, they're doing the free shipping order bump language up here. So free shipping on orders over $90 usually is what it says up there. But they're just doing something different. But whoops, here's what I found interesting. Save money and time by selecting an auto replenishment option. Now, they have screwed this up. Geez, sorry guys. I'm getting too trigger happy with my mouse here. They screwed this up because they do not even give me this option as part of the checkout process. All they need to do is add a little checkoff box after I've entered my shipping details and say, oh, by the way, would you like to save 40% or more? Check this box to join our auto replenishment, your Trilastin customer club of the month, and we'll automatically ship you out in exactly 30 days and every 30 days a fresh bottle. You're under no obligation, cancel at any time, save big, and make sure you don't run out of the Trilastin stretch cream. That's what I would do. But they kind of hide it here, and it says it's completely customer managed in my account. Stupid, 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 stupid. And I've not gotten any emails about it or anything. So they have screwed up that opportunity. By the way, this is another example. Remember I said this is the, oh, by the way, here's any freaking excuse that we can come up with to make you buy today banner. So this is a Columbus Day weekend sale. They're currently running this one, the charity angle approach. By the way, I guarantee you that the charity angle approach gets a higher take rate than this. I'm a big user and believer of charity marketing, and I also think it's the right thing to do too. But why not donate a little bit? So what's Trilastin doing right? Awesome landing page, amazing social proof, before and after shots. They're using different modalities, and by different modalities, I mean like they're using images, they're using video, they're using sketch art. Great abandonment email and offer, and great excuse that appears at the top of the landing page in the form of a banner ad. Great excuse to buy now in the form of any justification they can come up with to save me some money, so I buy now. And by the way, the reason that's powerful is because customers psychologically, they feel like they discovered that coupon. Like, ooh, cool! I didn't know they had this. And they'll copy it, and I guarantee that the take rate on those banner ads are very, very high. So that's something that we're going to swipe and deploy. All right, what are they doing wrong? Well, now that I've taught you some of the funnel building theory, there's no upsell for their auto replenishment continuity program. And this product begs for it. There's no, there is a live chat now, by the way. They must have just installed that, but their live chat, when I was checking out their funnel, there was no live chat. And, excuse me, no one-time offer sequence whatsoever, which is stupid. So I don't even know what other great products they might have that I could have bought now at a discount while I'm in buying mode. They don't even have to offer me them at a discount. They could just throw them up in my face and say, hey, by the way, this works great with Trilastin, and it's something a bit different, but would you like to get rid of your cellulite? Because I just saw that they have a cellulite cream. And you just have a video and just says, add it to cart. Don't even need a discount. Certainly a small percentage will, because they're hyper responsive. So there you have our first e-com funnel case study. I hope to have lots of these in the coming months because all the money is in the funnel. So any questions about this? And also, I'm not just begging for a compliment. You guys think this is pretty cool? I mean, you guys like the idea of me kind of ripping open and buying through a funnel so we can study what they're doing? You guys like this? Alan says, Ben, you sold me on Trilastin. Hey, I don't know if the product is good, but Jason says, Ben, you talked about an abandonment email. Have you ever seen or used an abandonment pop-up? Well, yeah, we call it like an exit pop, and they are very effective, but this is something a bit different. This is somebody who's made it all the way through the checkout process, and at the last minute they haven't bought. I will tell you one of the things that I don't want to give everything away yet because I like to only teach something when I have proof that it works, right? I'm not going to teach you something just theory because you guys pay me good money for not for hypothetical BS, but for what's working in our business. But one of the things that I'm testing is on our order page in our funnel, when somebody starts to leave, it says, would you prefer to order by telephone instead? And then it gives our 800 number. And again, I don't have enough data for that, but I predict that's going to work very, very well. Now, that gives us, in essence, two opportunities, because in the process of completing the checkout, we are doing the email capture, right? And this is how they're able to send you an email because you started that checkout process or you've registered or what have you. But then as they start to leave, they're also met with, in essence, a second kind of cart abandonment message, albeit different, that says, oh, would you prefer to call us? Because again, there's a certain percentage of people that want some of their questions answered, which is a great segue into our next topic that I'll cover in a second here. Scott says, good, you guys liking this? Cool stuff. Good, 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 good. Fantastic idea. Okay, cool. Then I'll keep doing this. Joe calls me Ben the Ripper. It's funny. All right, good. You guys are liking this idea. Yeah, I think this is a great idea that we should, let me spend the money and analyze these funnels, and we can all learn from them. By the way, I do use for certain products and services that I recommend. Obviously, I use an affiliate link sometimes, and just so you guys know, it's not like I'm using that to, I don't know, go lay on a hammock somewhere. I'm buying a lot of these funnels lately. I used to donate the money to charity, and now, quite frankly, if you don't mind, buy through my affiliate link. I mean, I don't make that much money off of them, and that will kind of finance, if you will, my all these crazy funnels that I'm buying through. Because like I can drop $200 in a heartbeat if I'm buying the upsells and the one-time offers. It gets very, very expensive. So it doesn't cost you any more to use like one of my affiliate links, but I would just appreciate it. You're under no obligation, obviously. Now, on that note, let's move on. By the way, I have like 3 more modules to freaking teach you guys. Okay, Shopify secrets. Remember I said at the beginning, I'm going to teach you Shopify secrets. This is live chat. Now, you've seen live chat. If you've been around the block, you've heard about live chat. But I would ask you, how many have actually implemented live chat? I'm going to show you how we have very strong evidence that live chat will increase sales 211% based on a study. Well, I installed it on all our funnels and Shopify site immediately, and we're already getting very, very interesting and good results. Now, live chat is actually the name of a company, but I'm not using the company live chat. I just want to be very, very clear on that. Live chat are the chat boxes that reside in the lower corners of some websites that enable you to basically start to dialogue and chat with somebody in real time right now. Now, this is the service that we use called Pure Chat. This is the absolute best one I've ever found for usability, for simplicity, and like, look at this. It pops up the picture of the person who you're chatting with. It sends me a transcript so I can see what our employees are saying. You can use canned responses, and again, everything has to be easy for me to understand and deploy without me having to be a freaking rocket science. I have looked into so many of the live chat services like Olark and Live Chat and several others. Pure Chat for me and for the money. It's also one of the cheapest, and their service is fantastic. But the big idea here is this. When people land on your site or your marketing funnel, and they're serious enough to ask you a question, what does that tell you? They're right on the verge of buying. And if you screw up that opportunity and they leave because they can't get the most simple question answered, you have cost yourself big time, because a certain percentage of your traffic, they want to buy. They're not weird. They're on your e-commerce site to do something because they're interested, but we're not making it easy for them to give us money. So without chat, you would lose that big percentage of people that just want one or two questions answered, or frankly, that just want to make sure you're not a scam artist. Like, just having live chat indirectly communicates what? That you can be trusted, because, oh, well, a scam artist wouldn't be this easily accessible. Now, they don't think that. They don't go through that thought process, but that is the effect of it. So does live chat make you more money? The bottom line is that it boosts their feeling of confidence about purchasing. And this is where having the live chat option on your Shopify store and or on all your funnel steps and or on all your landing pages, yada, 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 makes it huge different. Now, let me give you the real world studies. A study by Live Chat showed that visitors invited to chat, meaning like, have a question, we're online, they are 6 times more likely to convert into customers than ones who didn't chat. And those people who took up a proactive chat, 61% converted into sales from the first chat. Let that sink in. Further, let it sink in that if you're spending $1,000 a day on cold traffic, driving them to your landing pages, your Shopify store, do you realize how much money you're leaving on the table without having a live chat option? And by the way, I'll be the first to admit, I knew all this, but I hadn't done squat because I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. Who's going to do the live chat? It's yet another thing I got to learn. I'm going to show you how easy it is. I'm walking you through the process here very quickly. If I can do it super quick, I did it like in one afternoon. It took me like total time to learn it, set it up, maybe, I don't know, half an hour. And then I spent like another hour just kind of messing around and kind of customizing it. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, so you don't even have to spend an hour. I just wanted to kind of lift up the hood and kind of tweak with things to make it perfect. So I'm going to show you all that. So your total time invested, maybe half an hour, super easy. Here's a 211% sales increase I mentioned. Intuit, who owns QuickBooks, was able to increase sales by 211% by adding a chat window to the product comparison page. Okay, so it says blah 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 blah. By making this small change, they were able to increase overall order value by 43% and increase our checkout conversion rate by 20%. Guys, whatever the percentage ends up being for you, it's a conversion booster par excellence. Okay. What live chat service do we recommend? I already mentioned Pure Chat. if you would kindly please use my affiliate link so I can buy through all these funnels that I plan on buying so I can document them for us. Again, you're under no obligation. It's just, do with that information what you will. This is the company that I love. And enough said of that. I already covered all the benefits of why I love Pure Chat. My favorite, though, is the cost. Some of these Pure Chat, these live chat services are ridiculously expensive. Guys, I'm spending $15 a month for this. $15 a month. Okay? So let me walk you through the Shopify setup so you can get this up and running today. First of all, sign up to Pure Chat. Okay? Initially, it's free, but then, realistically, you're going to have to pay them because you have to get the first level of service. It's like $15 a month, which is probably 4 trips to Starbucks, just to put that in perspective versus what it can make you. But to access like to be able to customize the chat box and things like that, of course they're going to make you pay. They're not running a not-for-profit. But sign up to Pure Chat. First thing you're going to do, now trust me, I did this out of order and I screwed it up a bit and I had to start over. So first thing, don't go into your Shopify app. Don't go that way. First, sign up through Pure Chat. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the tab that says Settings, and we're going to make a custom chat box. And you have to do it in this order, trust me. And then you're going to click on that link on the left navigation bar, Customize Chat Box, because we want to make some cool customizations to make it really look cool. And you're going to create a new chat box. Now, you want to name it something specific because this will get confusing for the people that are running your Pure Chat dashboard. Like, I have 2 employees now that are monitoring our Pure Chat dashboard. But the bottom line is you want to name it where that traffic's coming from. So, like, in other words, when somebody starts chatting with you, it'll say, Joe's Kitchen Store Shopify. Oh, okay. So that is coming from one of our Shopify pages. Now, what's cool about Pure Chat is it actually gives you the link to the page that they're on, so you know exactly what product they're talking about, and you can customize that discussion. Where it gets confusing is like I'm building all these different marketing funnels, and I'm also using live chat on those marketing funnels. So if they don't know, if I'm not clear on the name of the chat box, they won't know. So I might create a second chat box just for my marketing funnel that says Joe's Kitchen Store dash funnel. So they're like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't the Shopify store, this is something different. So these are people that are getting like the 80% discounted product. So they're going to have a different type of question and a different headspace. So the second arrow, or the first arrow there, that's how you adjust the color of the chat box bar. I'm talking about like the little chat box thingy that floats in the lower right-hand corner. Now, for a lot of my sites, I actually choose to locate our live chat in the lower bottom left, solely because on the right-hand side I have certain buttons. But the optimum place that they've found to put live chat that has the most visibility, frankly, is the bottom right. So if that doesn't mess up the flow of the way that you have your Shopify page laid out, then bottom right. But if you're using like Ezra's Shopify theme, which is pretty good, you're going to want to use bottom left. Now, there's some options then. Before chat. So this is how I tend to make mine look. I just think it looks really, really good like that. It's very visible. It says chat. Need help? We're here. And see these little buttons, you just drag them and drop them. So, the chat thing starts off in the middle. So if you drag the vertical or the horizontal, maybe it drags it over here. You can resize this. You can play with these settings. Very, very easy. It's like what you see is what you get kind of thing. Okay. And then, so we're moving from left to right. Under chat open, so let's say that my person is online. You simply check a box in the Pure Chat dashboard that says, okay, we're now available to chat. So now I want it to look like this. We're online. Chat with us. What's your first name? They enter their name, and they click Start Live Chat. Now, a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people, a lot of times we don't have the person's name. But, one of the books I read in college was How to Win Friends and Influence People by a guy named Dale Carnegie. If you haven't read that book, one of the best books you'll ever read on how to be persuasive, and well, not even how to be persuasive, just how to get along with people. And he said in that book, the sweetest word in the English language to somebody is the sound of that person's name. So it's nice to have a person's name. So I want to know, what's their first name? Joe. Then we can say, hey, Joe, thanks so much. How can we help you today? Well, Joe, actually, it's a great question, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Joe, we have a special coupon code that we're running a private sale that gets you free shipping today. Hey, Joe, hey, Joe, hey, Joe, right? So these are the exact settings. Just kind of look at the exact settings. Again, this is the thing that took me about a half an hour to an hour to customize till I had it just right. Now you don't have to waste your time. You just look at my screenshots. Just do it exactly as you see it here. Now, when my operators are not available, like let's say it's like, I don't know, 9 p.m. at night. Now when somebody clicks on this chat box, instead it's going to say this: no operators available. And here's what I suggest you put in for the text. There are currently no operators available, but feel free to send us an email by using this form, or give us a call at yada, 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 yada. And so again, this is all very easy to set up within PureChat. You just put what your email is here, and you just do exactly like I showed you here. I would, unless you have good reason not to, I would put it just like you see it there. Now, if they call, they're going to get a voicemail, and we show them the hours right there, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Central Standard Time. That's where my employee happens to live, is in Central Time Zone. So, okay. Step 3. Now we're going to install that chat form that we just created in Shopify. And this is so freaking easy, it'll blow your mind. Just click next to, okay, so this is the chat box we just created. I just had fun with it. I named it Super Cool Chat Box. Once you're done with these settings that I showed you, you're going to click Install Instructions. Now, when you see how easy this is, you'll know why I like this. This little button says use one of these plugins. You're going to click Shopify. And it takes you to the Shopify store. All you have to do here is click Get, and it shows a pop-up window. And it says, already using Shopify, enter your Shopify URL here. So you do that, you click Login, it logs you into your Shopify store, and all you have to do is click one button, Install Pure Chat, and boom, you're in business. Then it'll display the name of the custom chat box we just created. And we click Select. Now do you see why? You first need to create the chat box, and then later, as a second step, add Pure Chat to Shopify so that your chat box is now showing up as an option, and literally, you are live. It's on every page on your website. It is that simple. You don't have to know anything about coding. Congrats. Now, you might ask, now what? Okay. Let's talk about canned replies. Something I love about PureChat is the easy use of canned replies. Yes, all live chat services do them. This one does it better. Well, more streamlined, right? Because I don't personally need 10,000 freaking options. I need the 20% of options that make 80% of the difference. There's brilliance in simplicity, someone once said. So canned replies, 80% of the questions you're going to get that are going to come in off of your live chat are going to be the same. They're going to all fall within that 80%. So you only really need to come up with about 10 really good canned replies to the most frequently asked questions you get, for your marketing funnel or on a product or on a store. And it really makes it says live chat a breeze. You'll get the most incredible real-time information also. It was funny. So when I was setting this up, I did a go-to webinar with my employees, and I said, "Okay, guys, let me make this chat live now." All of a sudden, somebody instantly jumped on right as I was teaching at the perfect moment. A real person, and they could see in real time how I was, interacting with them. And I had never even used the freaking thing, and it was so intuitive that we successfully handled that person. She thanked us, and that was that. So you're going to get unbelievable information about your business. You're going to find out that you never knew that your dog leash, that seems like everybody seems to ask this one particular question is always a concern for them, and you never realized that when you were just on Amazon. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to put that freaking thing right in the bullets or the headline, and you're going to add that to your product description, you know, or they're going to say, hey, by the way, do you guys have dog treats that contain organic chicken or organic anything? Boom, there's your next product, right? So it's going to be incredible real-time information. And as I said, you can set this up. So, you know, like I'm not doing the live chat. I don't have enough hours in a day, but I'm emailed the transcript of every live chat that comes in. So you can quickly scan those. You can also see what employees, you know, how they're doing as well. So some ninja ways to use live chat to increase sales. Okay, now, admittedly, I'm not doing all these yet, okay, because I'm still in the stage where I can't freak out my employees. I don't want them to give away the farm. So, like, in other words, they're going to be nervous on live chat, and if I give them a like 10% off coupon, I just know human nature. They're going to be like, oh well, hey, would you like a 10% off coupon? And I don't want them even thinking along those lines. I want them to do the heavy lifting now, where they have to actions, where they have to answer the person's questions, where they're going to have to do a little work. Okay. Once I get them through that process, I'm going to create free shipping coupons, 10% off coupons, and 20% off coupons that we make private. So, like, in other words, I'm not going to publicize them, but I'm going to make a canned reply that only under certain circumstances, at the operator's discretion, they can offer them to, you know, act as a tipping point for that person to buy. Now, upsells. Okay, again, we're not doing this yet, but we are going to. If you find out that they're interested in multiple products, like let's say, you know, say, hey, you know, if you know, Joe, just so you know, I noticed that you're asking me about the dog shampoo and the dog treats. You know, if you just spend about $8 more, you know, you would qualify for free shipping today. So have you taken a look at our yada yada product? Okay, so you can upsell or you can do order bumps. Again, it just kind of person specific. I can't give you a script per se. And then the private sale ploy. Like if you feel like the person's almost there, but they're just not quite buying, you can say, were you thinking about picking up this dog shampoo today just out of curiosity? Yeah, possibly. Great. Well, I want you to know that we're running a private sale today that we only advertise to our in-house customers. It's not for the public. But if you're able to complete your checkout now, I will hook you up with a private sale coupon that's good for X% off this order. So just let me know how you want to proceed. By the way, that's the ultimate closing question. It's not like, you know, if I do this, you know, would you promise to buy? That's like 1970s cheesy car sales tactic. The ultimate closing question is, how would you like to proceed? You know, because it makes them feel like they have all the power, but really it's a ninja closing question. So anyway, we have this private sale. How would you like to proceed? Now, where are we using live chat? I already told you. On all of our funnel steps, we're using it on our Shopify store. Worst come to worst, you can always flip them from chat to actually just calling us. You know, like if somebody has a concern or they're flipping out or they're pissed off, just say, hey, no problem. You know what? This is probably more appropriate if you just call me. I'm happy to help you. Here's our 800 number. Or if they're asking like lots of questions and they say, hey, wouldn't it just be easier just to, you know, just to have a call? And there's still something so powerful about just connecting with another human being, and it can just blow this away. They're really, it's kind of like a jaw-dropping experience for somebody, because most businesses don't actually treat you like a human being. You know, they kind of treat you like a visitor to the website or referred traffic. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, hope you guys like this. I went through it quick because it doesn't need to be a long, detailed segment, but you just learned a way to boost sales 211%. If we can do as good as Intuit from QuickBooks did, you can certainly increase your conversion rates and learn a lot of market feedback and potentially cross-sell, upsell, and do order bumps using pure chat. So I hope you guys like this. We still have a lot of like 2 more segments to go, if you can believe it. So I'll take some real quick questions here. Mel likes my typo with cat instead of chat. Kevin Jackson, Kevin says, going to St. Martin soon. Hey, Kevin, I'll be in St. Bart's in November. We go every November. Man, I'm always envious when Kevin tells me he's going to St. Martin. He writes, great funnel information, Ben. Never heard this before. Keep up the great information. Thank you. Cool. Jonas, I don't have like a step-by-step of how to start your own Shopify site. It's super easy though. Like the basic theme right out of the box is good enough for you for now. I'm telling you that like it doesn't need a step-by-step. You literally just go to Shopify and you sign up. I'm not kidding you. You automatically get their own, order processing. They use Stripe on the back end, so you don't have to deal with that. Everything's pre-built for you. It's awesome. You just pay whatever the monthly fee is. I want to say, I don't even know. It's like 39 or 29 bucks a month, something like that. I'm sure there are themes you can buy, but I keep hearing time and time again that literally the right out of the box theme on Shopify is very good and is good enough probably for now, since you don't have a whole lot of products. So I wouldn't sweat the small stuff. I think it's more important to get going with it and kind of familiarize yourself with Shopify. And by the way, we do all the fulfillment still through Amazon. And again, it's very easy to do this in Shopify. There's a quick setup. So, look, FBA, the reason why Amazon started FBA is not so that we could all private label products and sell in our marketplace. The real reason they did it is because they wanted to be able to finance the expansion of their big warehouses. So they started a fulfillment service. It just so happens they also allow us to put our products on our marketplace. But that wasn't the true intention of FBA. They just wanted to offer their fulfillment services, not dissimilar to other, fulfillment services that are offered. So just like you could get a fulfillment service from some other warehouse, you can use the Amazon fulfillment service to fulfill all your Shopify orders, and that's exactly what we do. It's just easier. Carl, what's up, Carl? So Carl Helgeson just shows you how small the world is. Carl, is it your wife, your girlfriend? Ended up being a hairdresser friend or something like this of one of our friends in Vegas. So, see, you can't get away with anything these days, can you, Carl? Not that he was, but Carl's awesome. He's been to Cabo Mastermind. He's been a fast tracker for a while. And he writes, is the Pure Chat available as an app? So you can answer the customer questions via smartphone. Yes. Their app is amazing. In fact, I have mine set up so every time somebody starts a chat, I get an alert and I can actually see the chat going on, even though I have an employee doing it, or I could do it, if my employee is off or something like that. Scott says, do they offer any automation for answers? No, it's not like a support desk. It's solely just chat. So is there a person you can use for the person on a live chat operator, or you just hire someone? Yeah, you hire somebody. Super easy to do. You can go to like hiremymom.com, and there's a ton of stay-at-home moms. This is like perfect for them. They're all on their iPhones. They're taking pictures of the kids, blah, 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 blah. And you say, hey, listen, for these hours, you have to be available. You have to have your phone turned on. You have to have your computer turned on. And a nice part of that is, the kid can be screaming and crying and complaining and whining in the background, and it's live chat. So who cares? The other person won't even know that. Jason says, awesome stuff, Ben. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that. Yeah. So you want an employee to handle that. The live chat is not, it doesn't come with free employees, unfortunately. Not for 15 bucks a month, guys. You would do this yourself or have an employee do it. All right, we got to move on. we're going to have our Q&A call early next week. So anything I don't have answered now, just hop on that and we'll address it. All right. I want to talk about the tool of the month. This is James Harbaugh's new, I don't know how to say it. I just call it KIPRT, Kippert, I guess. This thing is freaking amazing. So you guys know I've always been a fan of James Harbaugh's reverse ASIN keyword tool. It's still my #1 best way to come up with my initial list of keywords when I launch a new product on Amazon. The thing is just rocks. So what is Kippert? It basically is a product finding and product selection tool that I think is probably one of the best I've ever seen. I asked James to let me join the beta. I loved it from day one, and it is just kind of the further kind of expression of my 80-20 high odds product selection. This is like now the cream of the crop method that I'm using. So as you know, there's 3 sort of product picking methodologies that I teach. The first is my high odds product picking methodology. And at its core, you know, there's several steps, but it's basically measuring market demand by looking at the top 20 listings and saying, look, I want to see at least 3 instances, 3 products that have BSR of 1,000 or better. So 1,000 or less. Lower is better with BSR. Now, the second method, though, is once you're into a niche, you've added several products using my high odds approach. Quite frankly, it makes more sense at that point to expand your product line horizontally, meaning like you have these lists of buyers, or rather you have these buyers that are, and I know it sounds funny to us, but they become almost brand loyal and they like your products, so they tend to go back and see what else you're selling. And when that happens, when you have enough kind of critical mass, we can bend those rules of the high odds method, and we can more think in terms now of, hey, good, better, best. So good would be BSR under 3,000. Better would be under 2,000 BSR, and best still is 1,000 BSR or better. And what I mean by that is this. Look, there might be, let's say that you're in the pet market. Let's say that you're crushing it with dog treats, okay, and some other products, and you pick those products using my high odds. But you have a lot of repeat customers now. You have a lot of people that actually search for your brand. You know that you can make a lot of money if you offer a dog walker, okay? But you can never justify it normally under my high odds product picking methodology. But you know, because you have brand loyalty, that this is a low risk, high profit play. Boom, now you can add it to your mix. That's what I call horizontal product line extension. Does it make sense when you're starting out because you don't know the market, you don't have brand loyalty, but it becomes a very, very profitable play once you have an established brand and visibility and you're running lots of ads on the Amazon platform. And then my newest addition to this is using a TerraPeak, which I talked about last month. A lot of you like that. TerraPeak will show me the exact best-selling products being sold from top sellers on eBay and show me exactly the dollar amount that they're selling over the last 30 days, 90 days, that time frame. And the idea being, what if I moved those products over to Amazon as private label products, okay? Now, Kippert is a new tool that speeds up that entire process. So let me just show you, first of all, how to use Kippert to uncover product opportunities. Okay, I'm going to hop out of the, well, here, let me show you the slides, and then we'll do this live together. So Kippert, I believe it stands for Keyword Inspector Product Research Tool, if I'm not mistaken. So here's what I do. Let's say that I just want to find some kick-ass products, and I have a blank canvas. I'm not rigidly sticking to a brand I might have. I just have a general sense for a category, and I just want to like roll the dice and just, hey, maybe I'll stumble upon something cool. And I like to do that once in a while because you can find some wonderful opportunities. So click on, first of all, the Kippert tab here, and then you're going to click New Product Research. Now, when you see this, you are going to be blown away. First of all, look at this. You can filter by estimated sales per day. ding, 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 ding. So I'm going to say only show me those ASINs that we think are selling 100 or more per day. Now, James Harbaugh is not using camel data, which I find isn't very accurate. He's not using like Jungle Scout data. His data seems to be more on the mark from any other I found, and he he's really, really good at coming up with his own proprietary ways to predict a lot of this information. He really understands the Amazon API and a lot of factors that influence sales. So again, this is not an exact science, but I would say it's the best of the best. So first filter, show me every product, every ASIN doing 100 sales or more per day. That alone would not be interesting if you just click that. But I also want to filter the sales price. Let's go low at $10, high of $65. So this price range, they're selling at least 100 units a day. Then I click standard size, and then let's just say, hey, I just have this vague notion. I just want to see what between 10 and $65 in the patio category. And then I literally just click search, and bam, right away, first listing, I find this. I find some terrific potential private label product opportunities. I see this, bugs off, pest control, ultrasonic repellent, free nightlight. Huh, interesting. Look at their current sales per day, 419 units a day. Now that could be because they're doing a giveaway, I don't know. And their estimated FBA monthly net profit. Now this does not factor in product costs, but net of FBA fees, $400,000 a month. Now I don't know anywhere else that you can get that kind of data. First of all, that I can even filter to find that data, let alone an estimated current sales per day, along with all kinds of other stuff I'll show you in a second. So I started thinking, okay, this looks pretty kick-ass. Now, most ASMers would go, I'm going to get rich. Let's do this product right now. Let's do it. Well, I have a question for you. Is this just a BSR head fake? Or in this case, a sales per day head fake? Well, let's use Kipper to see if this product really is a good opportunity for us, or if it's a big pile of horse dung. My guess is that the main search term is either ultrasonic repellent or pest control. But ultrasonic repellent, again, to me, just makes more sense. So let's now do a search for just ultrasonic repellent. Now here's what we're going to do. Okay, we are going to go back to that new product research, and this time we're going to put ultrasonic repellent. We're going to do a search, a keyword search. Okay. Now, in fact, let me just show you this. Ultrasonic repellent. Okay. Let me go here. Let me just show you this in real time. Let's go to Kipper, new product research, ultrasonic repellent. I'm going to go right to the bottom. I'm going to click search product. Okay, at this phase, I don't need any other filters. I just want to see it bring back, and it's going to bring back the top 25 listings that come up in Amazon for ultrasonic repellent. Okay, so it's kind of like what Amazon Seller Tools did, only it does it on steroids here. Okay, so we'll give this a moment to load up. Now, what I'm looking for is kind of in two phases. The high level, I want to see how competitive is this. Now, one of the measurements for how competitive something is how many new product listings are pouring into Amazon. If you see a lot of new product listings being created for that keyword, red flag. If you're not seeing a lot, it's a good sign. So we'll let this kind of load up. Let me go back to, come on, Keyword Inspector. Give me some love here. Let's go back to the slide. I'll show you this once it loads up. But look at this. He has a measurement for ultrasonic repellent. How many new listings? How many new listings per month? Well, not a lot. 29 new listings are added in September. That's not a lot considering that people can put brands on there, like existing brands, right? They can wholesale. They can do retail arbitrage for other brands. There's people like us that are private labeling. There's people that are bundling. So 29 new listings, that tells me that's not a ton of competition. So far so good, right? We see a product that's crushing it, selling over 400 units a day. They're making a huge FBA profit, pre-hard cost. and I'm not seeing a lot of competition. Now, my rule of thumb is this. If you want kind of a writer-downer, I like to see under 50 new listings being added in a month. Okay, lower is better. I can't always meet that criteria. This is not a black and white rule. I will break this rule, but just as a general rule of thumb. Now let's go back and let's see if this is loaded yet. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna blow this up a little bit. Okay, see where now? Here, let me back up. Okay, so this is like the high-level view, the summary of the entire field, and these are the top 25 listings that come up for that keyword, along with how many units per day they're selling. Look at this. So current sales per day, 429. The second best is selling almost 90 units, 78 units, but look at this. It's dropping kind of precipitously. And in fact, by like, let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By position number 6 in Google search, they're not even selling 20 units a day. So this is my second criteria. Write this down. Is I want to see depth in a number of sales being sold per day. I want to see, at least on the first page, I want to see that I can sell 20 units a day. That means that I can only make it to the bottom of page 1 or like the top 1 or 2 spots of page 2. I want to be able to still sell 20 units a day. So this, to me, would not be a real viable niche. Look at how just precipitously this just takes. I mean, we're only on like number probably 12 here, and only selling like not even 5 units a day. By the way, what's really interesting, and I love what James Harbaugh did with this. Let me blow this up in case you can't see this. Okay, this product that led us down this path, current sales per day, currently is being displayed at 429 units a day. But look at what it was last month, only 96. It doesn't this kind of correlate? Doesn't this look more reasonable with the other things we're seeing? So what does this tell me? Okay, it tells me that this is the freak exception. So if we throw this one out and we say, okay, we don't know what they're doing. They might have just gotten, I don't know, maybe on the Ellen show, she said, this is the greatest pest repellent on planet Earth. I don't know. Or they're doing a big giveaway. Whatever the case may be, this doesn't look right compared to what happened last month and in light of all the other products that they're selling. See, these look more in the range of normality, right? But so far, I would say I would probably maybe not be interested in this solely because of the current sales per day. Now, in the past, I might have nibbled on this product because, okay, you might remember part of my high odds product picking methodology is what? I want to see 3 instances of bestseller rank under what? Under 1,000. Look at this. This is under 1,000, clearly, probably because of the giveaway. But this is under 1,000. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it would pass my bestseller rank test. Now that I have this data, though, this kept me out of trouble because unless I'm willing to give away or do very aggressive flash sales or do something to rank this within the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 listings, I'm not going to make jack shit. I mean, compared to other opportunities. Sorry for my swearing. I get fired up about this. I usually try to run a family-friendly show, but I've been swearing more than normal today. Sorry about that. I'm just really pumped. All right, so oh yeah, let me show you. At the high-level view, sometimes I can now rule products out right away because it shows me new listings per month for the entire category. If you hover your mouse over this, you can see in August only 19 listings. September is just a 29 listing. So this is not a competitive thing, which is good. But for me, I want to be able to sell at least 20 units a day if I'm ranked like 25th, or if I'm ranked 20th, or if I'm ranked 15. I don't want to be that reliant on a top ranking to make any money. Does that make sense? Okay, this is pretty cool though, right? So step 1 is I look at this. Is it uber saturated? If not, then I keep going and I say, okay, so these are the top 25 listings, and as you guys know, the second thing I look at is bestseller rank, which you get, where is it here? You can turn off a lot of these things. I tend to turn them off. How I turn off a lot of these is you go up here, and you start unchecking off things that I don't need. I don't care at this stage about brand, seller, category. I don't care about number of reviews because I know I can get as many reviews as they have. I don't care about rating. I do want sales rank. I do want sales per day, and pretty much everything else. I keep FBA net profit, okay? And then I do show hide results, and it's going to clean this up so I can get a much better view. I'm not overwhelmed with all the data. I told James by message the other day that he almost gives us too much data. It's almost overwhelming. See, now I have it in one view. I can see what the rank is here, and I can see sales per day. So look at, as we go down, oh my God, even the number 6 ranked isn't even doing 20 units a day. If I'm only able to get ranked at number 20, I'm selling 1 unit a day. Forget that. Forget that, right? Would you all agree this is probably not a good opportunity relative to others? So the reason I'm showing all this, and I've documented, you know, my BSR test and then the sales per day, but Kipper just saved me from picking a potential dog. Now, in truth, I would not have picked it even at this point because, you know, I have other criteria. I look at search volume and merchant words, and maybe that would have shown me. I can almost guarantee you that it has a thin search volume, because whenever you see the level of buying drop off, that precipitously past the number 5 listing, it's usually kind of indicative it's not huge search volume. I could be wrong. That's just my guess. Let me do another example. So let's just repeat this category search and see what else that we're able to come up with. So again, estimated sales per day. I set the price range the same. I do the same category, you know, patio, because the pest repellent, that was a bust for us. So let's see what else we can find. Well, look at this. The 10th best product that fed back to me was American flags. First of all, look at the price point, $28.62. I just know instinctively I can source this from China, which is ironic because it's a U.S. flag that we're sourcing from China, right? But I guarantee you, oh, his is actually made in the USA, so there you go. But I don't know, maybe that's a big selling point. But anyway, that's a pretty good price point. You know, $28 for a freaking flag. Okay, he's selling 345 units a day, and his monthly gross sales after FBA fees is $231,000 from one freaking SKU. Not too bad. But is this a head fake again? Let's see if it's really good. Well, first of all, it shows me the ASIN, so I can find this product, because I don't know if American flag by itself is enough, but I'm seeing it. Okay, 3x5 is the size. So I'm thinking, okay, American flag's probably the keyword, and I got to see if private labeling a 3x5 flag, if that's going to be best. It probably is, because that seems to be the best selling size, right? So I go to new product research, I type in American flag, and I search. Okay. Now this is, again, with all data scraping tools, you're going to get weird results. Whenever you see really weird results, don't overthink it. Just kick out the results. So in other words, ignore them. When I hovered over current new listings per month, it said 13,000 new listings for American flags. That's just plain wrong, and so that's not accurate data, and I don't know why it generated that wrong data. You'll find that occasionally. It's just true with any of these tools, so you just ignore it. But ideally, I like to see that there's under 50 new listings being added in a month. Hey, if there's 200 and I still think I can compete, it doesn't scare me off, but I'd just like to know that. Okay. Now, if you look at current sales rank, are there 3 instances of BSR under 1,000? Well, yeah, everywhere I look. 97, 95 BSR, 47 BSR, 171 BSR, 127 BSR. Again, I like to see 3 products in the top 20 with a BSR of 1,000 or better. So far, so good. Now, as you guys know, I look at sales per day, and I want to see sales per day depth. Like, I want to be able to go deep into the rankings and still be able to sell 20 units a day. Look at this. Even at position number 20, they're selling 31.5 units a day. I don't know about you guys, but this looks like a winner to me. Okay, so American flag specifically, and look at this. This one also is 3x5. So it does seem to be, that's got to be the size that you, if you're going to get into that, that you would initially roll out would be 3x5. Later on, you could do, parent-child with different sizes. That's fine, but it's just like the writing's on the wall. 3x5 seems to be the best seller, but it appears to be an excellent potential product. And as I said, that wouldn't be the end-all be-all. I would still check out search volume. I would do a quick Alibaba check to see if I can meet my profit margin goal of 40% plus, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But guys, Kipper is an amazing new tool that I will be using daily. And guys, again, I always get like one or two emails from fast trackers that go, Ben, you're always talking about tools that cost money. Well, yeah, I'm a big believer in use your tools. And I don't begrudge these developers charging for their tools. I mean, I'm assuming you're not giving away your Amazon products for free, are you? You're charging for them. How dare you? Look, I want them to be incentivized to keep knocking out these killer tools. So I say we all support James. He's got some subscription. It's very affordable, especially for what this can do. I mean, for the small monthly price he charges, and I don't know what that is offhand. You can just visit the site. But this could save me thousands of dollars in poor product selection. Just saving me from one dog would pay for probably 2 or 3 years of this free tool. Highly recommended. Now, let me go over some other cool features. This is Ninja. Okay, so he's got this here. Let me show you this in mine. If we go, okay, so under Kipper, there's 2 things. New product research. This is where we've been kind of hanging out. But this is a list of the history of searches that we've done. Now, let me just show you something. You might notice in this view, there's this thing that says similar ASIN report. And you might be like, what the hell is a similar ASIN report? Well, let me show you this. I was just playing around with this. And similar ASIN report for dog bark collar. Now, let me just click this. And while this is loading up, I just want to explain something to you. One of the ways that you can stand out and be unique on Amazon is to bundle your product with another product that you include with it and offer it as a bonus. So for example, if I was selling, this is something that I talked about for about, and I gave several examples yesterday on my Periscope show. I talked about barbecue gloves. They're a dime a dozen. Everybody and their brother can private label, barbecue gloves. And that's why it's not a great private label product, because if you can fog a mirror with your breath, any Chinese manufacturer will let you private label, barbecue gloves. It's just too low of a barrier to entry. However, they are selling a lot of them. Well, what you can do is you can bundle it with another product they get as a free bonus. So the example I gave yesterday was somebody who's bundling their barbecue gloves. Hold on, BBQ gloves. This guy was bundling it with a meat claw. Okay? Now, this is a way to stand out. And you know what? You might think, so what? Well, guess what? All things being equal, the consumer wants the best deal. This is a great image. And if this is a fast tracker, well, then I'm proud of you. You're really doing a good job. This is a great image. Look at this. Meat claw is free. Now, I guarantee I could source a meat claw, a set of 2 meat claws for probably 30 cents max. And by the way, you might start throwing up the objection, but Ben, how do I bundle products together? Easy. You have your meat claw shipped to your barbecue glove manufacturer, or vice versa, and just have them stuff it in the same box. You might have to get a slightly larger box, but guys, this is doable. It takes 1 email to sort this out. 1 email. It'll charge us some small fee, but problem solved. And of course, I always have them stuff a letter in there, like a letter from the owner that drives them to our VIP site, because I want to build a list off of Amazon in multiple ways. But anyway, this is a clear indication this is working, because this guy's ranking very, very well. And it's just a great way to stand out on Amazon, right? Let's see if we can get the data here. Okay, so let's look at similar products to bark collar. So let's say that we had a dog bark collar. I clicked on similar ASINs. I'm solely doing this to see what other products I could bundle with my dog bark collar. Let's take a look here. Well, this is a freak one. ultra bright bike light. So we throw that out. That doesn't make sense. Here we go. Pet ID tags. 8 shapes and colors to choose from. That's a wonderful idea. Look at their retail price is $2.89. So you know you could source these for probably 20 cents each. So you could offer like a set of 3 of these beautiful pet ID tags as a free bonus with your dog bark collar. And that actually is a great one. I mean, that's a great example right there. Super cheap. They could easily, they're so small, they could easily slip it into the same box that's being shipped with your dog bark collar. You know, 2.5 hours in, I'm having a hard time saying this. Dog bark collar. Okay, this is not a bad idea. A dog squeaky toy. Look at $3.49. That tells you can probably source this for about 35 to 40 cents. And I think, look at this, a detangling brush. Now that may be a product you want to sell. Okay, let's go back to building funnels. If Amazon is telling us, hey guys, people that bought this are also buying this, what does that tell you? This is probably a good product to have in your funnel as a one-time offer, or another product to have in your product line. Now, the reason why you're getting these false positives, James Harbaugh said this, is because some people are using review clubs. So what happens is they're buying the dog bark collar, they're also adding to cart the bike light, and they're also adding to cart the enhanced vitamin C serum. So in other words, it's tricking Amazon and making them think that people bought these frequently together, but it's not reality, because these are just, you know, bulk group buys to try to manipulate rank. But so just sort through the crap. But this is a legit one. You can see the ones that are legit, right? Here's another one. So look at all these other products that you could add to your product line. Very interesting to me. Look at this, a pet seatbelt. See, I never in a million years would have thought about that. But let's say that I'm doing really, look at $1.99, right? Anyway, just a little trick of the trade that I don't really see any other tool out there that has this capability. Okay, and I kind of document this just to show you. You know, one of the ways that I'm using it lately is if you have 5 products. Let's say that I'm considering 5 products, and they're all good, right? I always have this problem that I have too many products that I want to release. It always blows my mind that some people can't find one product to release, and I'm like, guys, I have like spreadsheets full that I want to release. If I have 5 and I like them all, I now have a tool called Kipper that allows me to winnow it down to the best product, because I can go on data that he has that no one else has. So I love it. Now, one cool method, I'll just throw this out. I know we're like 2.5 hours in, and your brains are probably mush, so just stick with me here. A really cool method to find products, let's say that you're in the kitchen niche, is to go to a big e-commerce store, let's say like PetSmart or OXO, if you're in the kitchen niche, and just plug all the products that are on your home page and in highly visible areas, plug those into the Kipper tool, and you'll be able to come up with a really good list of base hits to release, or even home run products. So that's a pretty cool thing that you can do. The other thing that's really ninja about this is there's something called nodes. So like for ultrasonic repellent, if you think about it, there's several nodes that you could put that product in. That just means like the subcategory. So like, you know, do you put it under pest control? Well, yeah, but do you put it under dogs? Because technically dogs could be one, right? Itching and rash treatments could be one. Well, if you weave some of these keywords into your product title, your bullet, the theory is that Amazon over time, the Amazon A9 algorithm, picks up on that, and it enables you to kind of wedge your product into multiple subcategories or nodes, and that just equates to more eyeballs, more traffic on your listing. So I've only scratched the surface of this tool, but as I come up with more ninja ways to use it, you guys know that I will be revealing it step by step, like I always try to in Fast Track. Here's where to get Kipper. This is an affiliate link. Again, if you don't mind supporting me, I would appreciate it, because I'm going to take all those funds and I'm going to be buying through funnels so that we can learn from those, and I'll share them here. It doesn't cost you any more to buy through my affiliate link. It just is a way for me to raise some cash so that we can then go out and and spend a couple $1,000 a month analyzing funnels, and then I can report them to you. The affiliate link is keywordinspector.com/Ben. I don't have a lot of time for questions. I'll take a couple of questions about this. Let me see. Jonas has a question. Let me just read it here. So Jonas wants to know if let's say you've been selling barbecue gloves as an example, and now you want to like change it up and include the meat clause. Don't create a new ASIN. You would you would have to basically go through the current inventory without the meat clause, okay? And at the time when you have to reorder, you'd probably want to hold back the shipment at the port, or you're going to have to time it. It's not that hard. You're going to have to time it so that the delivery of the new boxes with the meat claw in it, you have to time it so that you almost run out of inventory. So let's say that there's only like 1 or 2 days where there's still like 20 units left, and those are without the meat claw, and then you ship in all the other units. So you just time it as best you can. Well, if those people are missing a meat claw, number one, they're probably not going to know it, but number two, if they contact you, you just say, "Oh, sorry, my apology. Let me just send you a brand new one. You can keep the old one," and blah 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 blah. That's how I would do it. And then you just simply update your title, you update your picture, and everything else remains the same. That's how I would do it. Okay. Thomas says James has 3 different subscriptions. Do I think the 39-month one is good enough? Yes. Start with the 39-month one. That's good enough. If you want the similar ASINs, that's the middle option, which is what I have. But I would say if money's really tight, definitely just go with the cheaper one, because you can do all the other features and options that I showed you. Is Kipper better than Jungle Scout? I think 100% better. This is my opinion. Okay, so I have to move on. I'm going to jam through this. Let's talk about expansion into other. I know it's like, God, Ben, there's more. This I can go really, really quick. Okay, so let's just take a quick stretch. Take a deep breath here, guys. Oh, boy, marathon session today, huh? All right, I just want to introduce this concept. There's a whole world outside of Amazon. Now, Amazon is what's known as a marketplace. eBay is what's known as a marketplace. Sears is what's known as a marketplace. In other words, it is a place with lots of categories, and they allow us to list their sites. This is different from a shopping engine. A shopping engine is more like a search engine where people can find your product. Like Google Shop or Google Shopping is a shopping engine, okay? And then you have deal sites, which is a third place that we can generate lots of sales. And a fourth one are other niche sites in e-commerce. So for example, a marketplace would be Amazon and eBay. A niche e-commerce site would be trying to get your product on PetSmart or on Wayfair, all right? Now I look at all of these different platforms and channels as money streams. Some of them will be small money streams. Some of them, like Amazon, are going to be immense money streams. But imagine I handed you a dozen such money streams. Guys, every little bit adds up, and it's going to grow our list of buyers, especially if you're using product inserts, right? Now, how all this works is there are 4 types of different platforms where we can sell more of our products on. I already mentioned marketplaces. These are like Amazon and eBay. Shopping engines, Google Shopping is one called Price Grabber, Shopzilla, things like that, okay? Deal sites. No More Rack is now, they've changed their name, it's now known as Choxy. Man, if you can get your product in Choxy, you can do some serious numbers. Other big deal sites are like Brad's Deals. There's a gazillion of them out there. And then you have niche e-commerce sites. I already mentioned PetSmart, there's Wayfair, there's Sephora, things like that. So I'm just going to briefly now let me open your eyes to how big of an opportunity this is for us moving forward. Here's just a small snapshot of all the different marketplaces. I mean, you could get rich just off of Amazon US, Amazon EU, Amazon India, and Japan. Like, if that was the extent of it, you could literally get rich. But there's a whole world beyond that. There's eBay. There's a Rakuten, which is known as Play.com or Buy.com. There's Sears, Newegg, Walmart, Popular, Bonanza, blah, 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 blah. This is not by any stretch a comprehensive list, but these are the biggest players. And then shopping engines. I don't know if you know this, but Bing has a shopping engine called Bing Shopping. Nextag, The Find, PriceGrabber, Shopping.com, Shopzilla. Yahoo has one. Then you have a gazillion flash deal sites like 11th Avenue, Jane.com, Wish.com, Choxy, I already mentioned, and e-commerce sites. Now, I want to give you a little tool. I think that this is a huge opportunity for you because you can, okay, so once you have the visibility on Amazon, let's say you have, I'd say before you do this, you'd want to have about 6 or more products on Amazon. But, you know, and let's say you get them ranking, the visibility is high, you're getting very good reviews. You know, it makes a lot of sense to start contacting some of the larger e-commerce sites to see if they want to list your product, okay? And how do you do that? Well, you literally can rent a list or buy a directory, and it'll give you the contact for their buyer. And I want to show you one such site here. You might have heard of this. This is called the Top 500 Guide, and this literally lists what their niche is, what sites they own, and it lists their buyers and their emails and all that kind of stuff. Now, I just want to show you something, though. They have the top 1,000, the top 500, the second 500. They have a bunch of reports. They have European sites as well. So just kind of check these out. But top 1,000, if you're serious about this, at some point you want to buy it. They're not cheap because they're giving you all this research. They're giving you all the contacts. So, you know, you'd only do this when you're ready. But I just wanted to point out that link. I gave it to you in the slides, okay? So question, imagine if we could get your product listed on many of these sites, these marketplaces, these platforms. What do you think that would do for your business, right? For visibility. I mean, all these channels also can push your product into big retail as well because they keep slamming into you all over the place. So my goal in the coming months is, number one, I want to start to figure out all of these different platforms. As I figure them out, and you know, I'm also going to tell you which ones suck and which ones appear to be very, very good. I'm going to document exactly the process, what they charge, how to get your product on there, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so that we in Fast Track can just continue like to be the leaders in e-commerce training, right? I want to show you guys exactly what we're doing. So I think that's going to be super exciting. Okay, module number 6. We're not done, almost. The number one most profitable Facebook advertising to use this holiday, which I already gave it away earlier. It is the use of uploading all of your Amazon buyers as a custom audience on Facebook. You will not find more profitable advertising if you do that. Let me show you exactly how this is done. Okay? And by the way, this will work unbelievably well for all your share and win contests. Just send out that email, write the post, then boost the post, and target all your previous buyers. Done. Let me walk you through the process. Okay, number one, and this is the link, by the way. This is an affiliate link. managedbystats.com/go. I'm going to put all these links, not just to these tools, but also links to like the Trilastin Lander and other tools. I'm going to put it in the replay underneath the video, but also they're embedded into PDFs. You just click on that and you can sign up that way. I highly recommend Managed by Stats. We use them in our business. They're freaking awesome. Second, it's so easy. Like, I don't know about you, but I cannot understand still to this day a lot of the features in Seller Central. It's so convoluted. This is like the caveman version where I actually have data that I can actually use, okay? So let me just show you this. To export all your customer data, simple, like takes a minute. Click on Customers. Now this is in Managed by Stats. Click on Customers. Literally, then click on Generate Report. That's it. And then click Generate CSV File. You don't have to do anything else. So it's just Customers, then Generate Report, then Generate CSV File. All you have to do. Then you're going to click Download Report. You're going to refresh your screen a couple times until it shows up. And then when that little download button appears, you're going to download it. It's going to give you a spreadsheet that looks like this. Every single buyer on Amazon. Now, if your list doesn't go back far enough, contact Philip Jepson at Managed by Stats, and he will make sure that your account includes all the previous Amazon history, so you get those comprehensive spreadsheet that you can upload to Facebook. Now, we have to clean up this spreadsheet for Facebook. They will not accept a spreadsheet in this format. Basically, they only want one column, and that column is all of the phone numbers. They don't want any of the other data. So in the spreadsheet, you're going to select the column to highlight all of it, and you're going to click Copy. Then you're going to create a new spreadsheet, a brand new spreadsheet, and you're going to paste the phone numbers into the first column. That's it. That's it. Okay? And then we have to clean this list up so you don't get errors. So the format that Facebook wants is they want area code followed by the phone number. Okay? People that didn't do this properly, that left off digits, sorry, but there's no way that Facebook can match them up to a user on Facebook. So you're not going to get those. And I have a workaround for that that I'll talk about in a second. But we have to clean up the list. So there's only a couple steps to this. Trust me, if I can do this, you can do this. So you select the entire column again in a new spreadsheet. You go up to Data. I have a screenshot. You click the Sort button. Make sure it says Sort by Phone Numbers, and then click OK. It's going to reorient them so that it goes from lowest to highest. So in other words, it's going to show you all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-digit numbers that you have to get rid of. So just highlight all of the errors and just simply delete those. Save the spreadsheet. I suggest naming it in a way that you remember the last date that you downloaded these buyer records from Managed by Stats, because you want to keep updating this. So maybe name it Amazon Buyers through 10/22/2015. You guys with me? Because like what we do in our company is one of my employees, I told her every 90 days, put on your calendar, every 90 days from now until the day I die, I want you to go back into Managed by Stats. I want you to buy the email appends for the last 90 days, and I want you to send me that spreadsheet with everybody's phone number as well. All the new buyers since the last time you gave me a spreadsheet, we upload those into spreadsheet as custom audiences. Okay, now we go into Facebook. Now, you're going to go to Tools. You're going to click on Audiences. It's really easy to do. And once you're in that dashboard, you're going to click Create Audience, and then you're going to select Custom Audience, okay? And you're going to click Customer List. See, it says match emails, phone numbers, yada, 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 to Facebook user IDs. Pretty wild, isn't it? And then you click Upload a File. Make sure you select for the data type phone numbers. We have to tell Facebook, hey, we're uploading phone numbers here. And then you just drop that spreadsheet, the new one that you created with just one column, you drop it in there, and you are done. Now, remember I said that I kind of have a workaround for some of the errors that you got that you have to delete. But also, for somebody might have used a different phone number in their Facebook profile than they did when ordering on Amazon. Fine. You want to do both. You want to create a second custom audience called Amazon Buyers-Emails. So you definitely want to use the Managed by Stats email append service. What they do is they do a data match where they take all of your Amazon records, the names, the addresses, the phone numbers, and they match them up with the email addresses. So because Amazon hides the email addresses. So now you get about 30 to 40% of the emails for those customers. And you go through the same process. You literally go back to audiences, create audience, custom audience, customer list, upload file, except for the data type, you would change it from phone number to email addresses. And everything else is the same. Okay? So now you can run holiday ads, you can run share and win posts, you can run flash sales when you're launching products, so you're Amazon compliant now. And you just simply choose in the audiences section of that ad campaign, you choose these custom audiences that you just created. It can't be easier. And just as an aside, I've mentioned this throughout this webinar, buyers are your highest probability candidates for buying future products. So you just learned how to create a custom audience so you can target all your Amazon buyers with holiday ads. And guys, I am mentally burnt, so I'm not going to take any more Q&A, but I hope you really enjoyed this. We covered a lot, man. Most trainers would probably have broken this up into 3 webinars over 3 months, not me. I learned a good lesson from Gary Halbert. He once was asked, how do you come up with such killer content every month in your newsletter? And he wrote, a lot of info, coaches or consultants, they hold back information so they can milk it, over several months. He goes, I write my newsletter as if I got ran over by a train like today, everyone know that I gave that last newsletter my all, that they were pumped, and that's how I approach every newsletter. And that's how I try to approach every webinar. So I actually apologize that some of these go so long, but I mean, I really want to give you everything that I can to make you phenomenally successful, and I hope to try to make things simplified as much as possible. So anyway, thanks for hanging on as long as you have, and make sure that you participate in the Q&A, which is happening early next week. I honestly can't remember the date, but it was included with the email that we sent out that had all the dates and the registrations for the month. So anyway, until then, I want to wish you much success with your e-commerce business, and also make sure that you're following me on Periscope. Just download the Periscope app, type in Ben Cummings, and you can't miss my ugly mug. There's actually several Ben Cummings on there, believe it or not, but you'll see my face and you'll see my description as an e-commerce, blah, 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 blah. All right, so I'll talk to all you guys again early next week. Thanks so much.